everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of your Aunties Could Never. The Caribbean Queen. I'm Farrah, aka the Caribbean Queen. I'm all things sugar and shade Sade.
Hey!
I'm aka the Auntie of all aunties.
Yes.
And I am Nana, aka the
Hey!
This is not my podcast, guys.
I
I
love
have
it.
a question for you guys, though.
Okay.
I don't mean to take over.
No, I mean, go ahead.
Take over.
I love the show. I tune in every single week. But one thing I don't know is how you guys will know each other.
Great question.
How
do we know each other?
Go on.
Well, I, the auntie of all aunties, aka, met Farrah Charles at college.
Yes.
And that's how we met.
I've been
And
trying to escape ever since.
she says this every time. It's like her party line.
I'm
Farrah and I've known her. But yeah. Now you have to say back how you know
Oh.
me.
Well, I guess it's college. I guess it's college.
You see what I mean? Do you see what we have to put?
And then move along.
And then I met Nana. Then I met Nana. And we met we were in a Facebook group where there was a certain person who ran it who didn't like our vibe because we were too fun and fancy and laughable and catching all the jokes.
She didn't like your vibe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She does you out.
She stressed me out.
She booted you out the group.
Oh, wow.
It was fun. Because she's like, we were all like gang. No! She
That
wasn't
wasn't
the
it.
reason.
No, that wasn't the reason. She didn't like her, but you did write essays.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reason. Let's get the story straight.
Okay.
Didn't help.
No, it wasn't that. She just didn't like my vibe because I got on with everybody. Truthfully, she was like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, not you. And then a couple of guys. No, joking. And so I got kicked out and a bunch of other people got kicked out. And so it kicked out of a Facebook group.
That's mad.
Mad thing.
How did you find that you was kicked out? You went to
I
log
went
on
for real.
and...
You are no longer.
Wow.
And a bunch of us were like, yo, you out. Yeah, I'm out. Yo, you out.
Are they in the industry? I'm so...
I don't actually know what she is right
She's
now.
very quiet at the
She was
moment.
very, like...
Of course she is.
kicked it out. Yeah, she
Where
was
are
very
you now?
She was very controlling over the face. Like, she was like, no, you can't talk about that. And you can't promote this. And she just didn't like the fact that we were just...
And if she just kept her mouth shut, she could have been a part of Aunties Could Never.
Imagine
Who
that.
knows?
Imagine that.
Yeah.
See what happens, gal.
See?
Anyway, and then Nana and her lovely husband, Russell, decided to create a new group called Great Debaters.
Yeah.
And that's how I met Nana.
Mhm.
And
then we had our own little ladies group.
yeah, we did.
And then you helped me out with my business.
And then
I love you forever for it.
And then
And we found out we're kind of like
There we go.
related in some kind of mad
Yeah.
thing, African Ghanaian way.
Right.
And then I don't know me and Sade's origin story, but I've just known Sade for a very long time.
I think it's Screen Nation.
Is it?
I
Yeah.
think so, because we both worked
Yes.
at Screen Nation in different capacities.
Yeah.
So we must have met there.
Yeah.
But then we connected at someone's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But from there,
I
I
don't
was
like
like,
them anymore.
I was just about to say,
yeah.
will she remain nameless?
you also remain nameless.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know who she is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Connected there.
and yeah, I just
and-
love Sade's vibe, and we were just like, yeah. And then
Yeah. But we started working in your business.
yeah, and then I was gonna say
Yeah.
she helped me try and figure out my life with British blackness, but then it ended up being I just like going to her workplace and eating food and catching jokes with her, and the game became beyond work, and then one day lockdown. No, we had a conversation in New
We
York.
had a conversation in New York, and I was like, it would be great if there was like a girl, older women kind of podcast. I don't want to do it, but I want to be a part of it. And I think you could do it because you know everybody. And then she was like, no. What's your answer?
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
Exactly that. And then I thought, all right. And then I thought, yeah, meow.
What? Lockdown.
Lockdown. Oh, there's
Yeah,
a big thing that happened called
Yeah.
lockdown.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with it. Everyone had to stay in the house
Yeah.
and avoid getting the plague outside.
And now look,
Oh,
5
online.
years later.
Yeah, side online. Aunties. Are you ready? Aunties know best. What do we know? We know best. Like Milana, be best. We know best.
But look at that. We got low first and all that.
We got all them bits, yeah. We got titles, yeah. Hold on.
I'm sitting on a piece of information.
We
You
were in
only
our
see
little
online, but,
boxes.
like, literally
Yeah.
not
literally.
in person.
No, we
No.
were online and we actually only did like audio podcasts.
Yeah.
And
But there
On
were five
Zoom.
there were
of us.
five of us.
And we recorded, is it twice a week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
we
did.
did twice a week.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
Where's the fifth member gone?
Oh, and she
Girl.
she just left.
What happened?
She decided to leave.
Yeah, she wanted to
I
leave.
was gonna say, you should
I'm
know
still
better.
cool.
I'm in no position to
I would say
but she
we
left
are
early.
better for it.
We are. But she
Yeah.
left early. Come on.
No, we are.
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think she would have
Oh.
lasted because she didn't live in
She did-
London.
Yeah.
So as soon as we started to do in person,
Person,
I think she
That's
would have left
right.
there.
Been over.
But she was different to all of us.
Yeah, her
and
voice
so
was-
she
her
would have
voice was
added
good.
a different
That's like our person.
flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she
It
left early.
happens.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes the difference is too different.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, it's
And
not going to
funny.
work.
It's like,
You're just
I think
beefing.
we were only a couple of months in and she left.
She left on
Yeah.
the 10th episode.
Oh, wow. You remember. Wow.
Nah,
What episode are you on now?
Considering we done what,
130.
twice a week, you know.
literally,
That's 5 weeks.
months in.
That's 5 weeks.
I
That's
know,
over 2
it was
months.
so short.
Shut
Yeah,
up, baby
it
girl.
felt longer.
Okay.
She said it's not for me.
Seriously.
I actually thought it was longer.
Yeah, no
No.
love from
Oh,
me.
shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Seriously.
not everybody's sad.
No, it was good.
all.
She was the other Caribbean. I wasn't on my own.
Yeah, now
Oh.
we're
Right.
surrounded
Yeah.
far with Africanness
Okay.
sometimes. And then pick up Marianne for saving her from
Yeah, no, thanks. Rescuing. Help, blink twice.
And that is it.
Origin story.
Love
I
that.
got to know in the flesh because I would
love
just
that.
message someone.
And now, welcome to your Aunties Could Never! You know who we are. Do we need to introduce ourselves again?
We've done a fine
we
job.
didn't.
You did a fine job.
Listen.
But let's introduce our wonderful guest. We have
Yes.
the beautiful, the wonderful, the legendary Miss Zeze Millz in the house.
Yay.
One half of the wonderful, brilliant, excellent Receipts podcast, Audrey. And we have Miss Mainstream UK herself, Madame Remel London. Now celebrating it's our 5th anniversary. We're gonna go through our normal show, but we're gonna do like big dramatic levels of stuff. And for one night only,
For one night.
the Games
only,
Master is back in town.
Only for you. Get me.
It is time for lyrically
It is. Time for my
correct.
favourite game.
Her favourite game.
Right.
Do we get into teams?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
how are we?
I mean, we could do. No. All right,
So
let's
we
do
just
teams.
split the room.
Let's do
Every
teams.
man-
Let's
Yeah.
split the room.
We're not
You
even.
three.
Yeah, we are.
No, we are.
Because she's the games
I'm the
master.
games master.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
three and you three.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Zeze.
What am I
Zeze. I'm just...
Games Master.
No, you're
Oh,
you're
you're
free.
It's giving
No,
pressure.
Free.
You free
That's
and
three.
you three.
This is 2.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
2.
Hey,
Five.
no.
Why not?
Entry.
Okay, fine.
Because it will make it
Wow,
quicker.
you don't want to be with us, okay?
I felt that in my chest. You know.
I thought you.
I felt vibes. on
Okay.
vibes.
Oh, no.
Actually.
We'll do free because it'll be quicker.
Okay, cool. Fine.
Father doesn't want us to have long
Okay.
games.
Zeze,
Yeah.
to give you a bit of a heads up, you're going to have to carry these two
So sorry.
because they are beyond shite
At what?
at the game.
Game.
Well, how do you know I'm not good at? I'm not going to be good
You're-
at it.
Even if you're not very good, you'll still be better than them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a games person, you know.
And it's
fine.
R&B. You
It's
must know
R&B.
more R&B.
So basically,
It's R&B.
Get
Oh,
into it, man.
sorry,
Yeah.
lady.
Oh.
Get into it.
Girl, I'm still
know.
like,
Guys,
Oh,
by the
okay.
way,
Let's give it a go.
somebody really likes to win on your team.
The thing is, you can rephrase it as someone usually wins. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take
yeah,
that.
there are winners and there are losers.
You know what I mean?
Someone over there really likes to win.
But,
Okay,
you know,
All right.
so
we haven't played for
Okay.
a long time, so who
I
knows?
would appreciate it if you can sing the answer,
Oh, yeah.
you can get an extra point.
Oh, I mean,
We're going to sing
Yeah.
anyway. Aunties with voices in the... Is that...
Yes. You have
Well,
to get it
we've
right.
got to get a question right
It
first.
doesn't matter. We're singing
All right.
it.
First
like it.
question:
It's gonna be hard
Team
to-
A and Team B.
Okay.
All right.
don't know.
Team A.
Can we confer?
Of course you can.
Okay, great.
Okay.
On
And
the
how do you
mic.
know that Okay, go.
How do you know what?
Nothing.
This is why I don't do this no more. Team A.
Oh.
Jodeci will give up their money, house, and cars for what?
You.
Why did you think...
Yeah.
Thank you.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you.
your point. Yeah,
Is it-
yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought it was just shout out.
No.
Oh,
But
Yeah, you.
Sorry, guys.
sorry.
Is that
It's
incorrect?
It's incorrect. But let's
it's
sing it.
incorrect. It's Slightly correct.
They got to sing it then.
Sing it.
Sing the song.
What's
I don't
the
even know what
song?
you're
Can you sing it? If you can't sing it, it's fine.
Take my money.
Why are you
My house
singing
and my
for them?
car. For one hit on.
There we go.
You
That's
can
the
have
answer.
it
Ding,
all,
ding, ding.
baby, baby.
I should probably say, I don't know the lyrics to anything.
One point.
Yeah,
That's Team A.
Thank you.
Beaning.
I
get a point.
No,
Don't
you
get it.
don't. Because
Okay.
it was
Now
okay.
it's
don't get
our
point.
time.
Yeah.
That's our time.
Yeah.
Okay, right?
Okay.
Team
I bet it's going to
B.
be freaking Bacharach.
This is easy. According to Ja Rule, what does every thug need?
Oh.
Loving.
Every thug needs a lady.
That's why Zeze's
But
on your
she
team.
said
done.
love
You
it.
should
No,
confirm.
but the thing is, yeah, we got to play by the rules. Your team's first answer
just
was
know, but
love
she
it.
sang.
No,
She
it doesn't
sang.
matter.
Zeze
That was
sang.
her first
Yeah,
answer.
sang.
As the games
That was her
master.
first
But she
I'm
sang
going
it.
to give it
Seriously,
to Zeze.
that's out of
I'm
order.
going to give it to her. I gave you
Do you
more
see
than
what I mean?
I gave you a chance.
You know what?
Go first.
If people
Sade.
you know what I was
cheat to
Sade.
win, if people need to cheat to win, just say that.
You
innit?
didn't know
Sade.
about the first time
Your
either.
first
No, yeah, me.
answer.
Yeah.
Your
No,
first
you said
answer
you.
wasn't right.
No, you guys, yeah.
For you,
No, 'cause you said you.
Bit of you.
So technically, we're in the
Exactly.
same boat.
I'm
Correct.
overwhelmed.
Same boat. Correct.
Fine.
I thought thug loving, and that's Bobby Brown.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not.
Yeah. Fine.
Not Ja Rule.
Oh, it's
Fine.
featuring.
Thank you. There was a connection.
Let's
Yeah,
see
it was
the
wrong.
answer.
All right.
Bobby.
Team A.
All right, I'm listening.
Where was Biggie going?
Back to Cali.
Correct.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Were you though?
Is that his song?
So,
Correct.
I was going to say anything that made sense with Juicy.
Team
going,
B.
going.
What was Mary J. Blige searching for?
A real love.
There you go.
Why didn't you confirm?
Real love. No, we trust her.
I was going to say real love. Literally.
Look at that.
Was it it?
Real love.
Correct.
We're
Technically,
I'm searching for a real love.
Oh,
Someone to have my heart free. Real love.
real love. Bum, bum, dum, 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 dum.
Go. Let's go. Let's go.
I've got to have a
Winning. We're winning.
Okay.
You're not winning.
I think they are low key.
Two all.
No.
2-2.
All right. We're even.
Oh, is it 2? Oh, great.
When I'm losing, I'll know. I feel
Okay.
it. in my
I'm trying to
bones.
get the shot.
What?
I can feel it.
Team A.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
What did Biggie tell you to do after you throw your rollie in the sky?
Oh,
I know.
It's
You
not
know
your
your
go. No, now you
wait, we got this. We got this. We got this.
Go on, Audrey.
Money. Froze. What? No.
No.
Wave your hand from side to side.
Well, I was going to.
Oh, you did the you literally did the final end of life.
So side with side.
Don't worry.
He got it just in time.
No, that's a lie.
Nah. Because you lot are doing 2 answers for your last round. So let's just let us have it.
Really heavy.
You need to answer your first
B.
no. Don't worry about it, man.
Team B.
What about
Destiny's Child
Oh, no.
doesn't think you're ready for what? Multiple choice.
Ah, it's easy.
Okay,
Hey.
I know
we
that.
can hear the multiple choice guy.
Okay.
Multiple choice.
A, this party. B, this jelly. C, this dance. D, this love.
Interpretive version.
This jelly.
Jelly.
Yeah.
I've been ready for this jelly. I've been ready for this jelly. I've been ready for this. Cause my heart is too delicious for you, babe.
Right, anyway. This is the tiebreaker question. What I'm going to do
Oh,
now
God.
is it's free all. I'm
Oh, is it? Oh,
question.
great.
Because we're winning.
And then the first team
To beat.
to say A or B, scream your team number.
Okay.
A or B.
Letter, should I say?
A.
Yep.
Sorry.
We're
Team A, Team B.
B.
Not the answer. If you
Where have I
scream an answer, you ultimately
listen?
default to the other person and they win.
Right.
Understood?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We're in this. See.
Okay.
I don't know.
Why would Nelly take off your clothes?
B. A.
Hey!
We
She said
it.
A.
No, we said B.
That's a nice
Yeah. Yeah, you
You said
did.
B.
You did.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
you said it. She said it first.
Obi!
Are you right? I heard B.
Adjudicator.
Obi's not involved.
Audrey
involved.
Blaney
Obi
said it
knows.
first.
Man, don't get involved, Randy.
Seriously.
All right, shall we try
She
again?
said it first. No, not try again.
Yeah, because
Wait, different question?
Are you serious?
Ah.
Does another question
in here.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
so
Got
easy as well.
Got it right. We both got it
Even
right.
I knew that one.
We both got it right.
Next question. Remember, same rules apply.
Okay.
A daddy Mac will make you what?
B.
So,
Why'd you
Go on.
say A? Wait, who said A?
You said A.
A.
You said A.
But she
So
said-
Disqualify them. Disqualify them.
wrong, then it's automatically us. You think we won now?
Anyway.
Haven't we won? No.
You're alright. You're actually trying to be like, because you said that. Go on.
I was going to say.
Disqualified.
Jump.
Yeah.
You need to do it again.
Champion
She
again.
She said B though.
Right for me.
Liability.
All right, let's just get that's your team. This is
That's your team.
It's AK.
Seriously.
Right. It's our anniversary. And so we're going to do a special Enemies of Progress, and we're going to get all the enemies, diseases of all the progresses of the past 5 years, the ultimate enemies of progress is. Guys, we're going to ask you two who your enemies of
Who
progress
are
are.
mine?
I did.
You got one?
You got it.
Remember, my circumstances are different today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Fair.
Sure.
Hear it. I gotcha.
Give me time to simmer.
Yeah, I hear it.
I think.
Who wants to go first?
Any of our guests?
You want to go first with your enemy of progress?
I'll go first with mine.
Okay.
So I've got a prehistoric one that comes up constantly,
Okay.
but I've got one that's more like relevant to today. And like enemy of progress is Joey Barton.
Yeah.
That guy is an idiot. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on here?
Say what you want.
That guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, man.
He is a fucking idiot. I mean,
Explain.
he's always doing up and down, talking about woke this, woke that. Like, I really hate how people have weaponized the word woke
Oh my
in a
God.
way that, to me, is very racialized. Like,
Yeah.
when you say woke,
Exactly.
it's just like a, you know,
They're talking about black people.
exactly, still
Yeah.
a substitute for black people and word that they can't say, so they just like replace it with woke. And he's one of these like race baiters, and it's funny because people often refer to race baiters as black people, but he's also a race baiter.
Yeah.
Just on the other side, and he was just doing up a lot when it comes to adolescence and all the rest of it. Come to find out.
Yeah. Oh,
go on.
Talk about it.
To find out, he just got a suspended sentence for beating up his wife.
Yeah. No, I didn't have that.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're up here doing the most on social media, talking about, oh, it should have been a black boy that was cast in that show because aren't black people known for stabbing and blah, blah, blah.
Excuse me?
You've got a whole brother that's in jail for unaliving someone.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
With an act.
You are in that position. Like, he needed to sit this conversation out entirely. So he's absolutely my enemy of progress. But it's always the ones that are the loudest that have got the most skeletons in their closet.
Yeah.
And it's just very telling.
And the show absolutely speaks to his anger and rage. It's about
Absolutely.
misogyny
He is
and
the
rage.
person.
Man rage.
Yeah.
It's literally him.
It could be their family.
Yeah, literally.
That's what triggered them. All of the races.
Yeah.
They're seeing the traits and they're like, oh crap.
Yeah. I feel like the people that fight against these things the most are the people that it's because they know a mirror's being held up to their actions. So that's why they have to protest so hard. And so yeah, he's in the bin firmly.
Yeah.
Down like that.
In
Yeah.
Absolutely. In the bin, honey.
The
judge is in the bin as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The judge gave him a suspended sentence because he said, oh, well, he's still with the wife. Yeah, but maybe the wife is fucking scared.
Literally.
That's the reason.
That's why he said, well, then you two are still together, so I don't see the reason of him serving time. That's what he said.
They're just going to send him back.
Send him back.
Did the wife show up at court?
Protect her.
I don't know any of that, but the point is, he did it. He was in court for it. He got found guilty. He got given a suspended sentence, and for all we know, he went home and kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah, for real. For
all
real.
we know.
Misogyny is systemic.
Yeah.
It starts at the top, doesn't it? So if the judges can't make these kind of informed decisions, then there's really no hope.
Yep.
That is exactly
That's
it.
sad.
All right, yes, to follow on. So my ultimate enemy of progress is the like red pill movement, which Joey is a part of as well. And to top it off, I would say it's still firmly Pearl. Just Pearly.
Is she
things.
still around?
She's still around, Hannah.
Oh.
Her government name, Hannah. Yes.
Oh,
She's
okay.
still around. She has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Oh,
still.
wow.
And people still watch her. But yes, the Red Pill movement, Kevin Samuels, all of those things, like firmly in the bin. Fresh and fit as well.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're
They
horrid.
were leaders on it of that kind of not the leaders.
For a
they-
minute.
they came early.
For a minute. But now it's kind of like Rico, there's a guy in America, and
Do we think?
full gays
Do we
as well.
think Sam? What's his name was
Kevin
Red
Samuels.
Pill? Because Kevin Samuels used to come at the Mandem as well. It's just the Mandem never reacted like we would react. Because Kevin Samuels would tell men like, you're overweight, you're not like, you're bright to be thinking that you want to, or is it that we just always used to react and the men never?
I think women did react way more than the men did, but he did come after women a lot more than he did men. because those clips were the viral.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that because we made it viral? Because there are clips that I've seen of him getting onto the mandem. Because before he started with the mandem,
Yes,
but it never caught traction because they didn't react, and then it caught traction because we would react to it because that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if I would class Kevin Samuels. So it's not a hill I want to die on, but it's like I don't know if I would class him as red pill, like how I would class like Andrew Tate and them man.
I think there's a scale.
A scale.
A spectrum.
Right.
Yeah. For like the ultimate kind of misogyny, that is Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
But then there's still, Kevin Samuels was still on the trajectory with his misogyny as well. I mean, I would say they're in the same field.
Did you find him wise?
I mean, I didn't find him necessarily wise, but I do think some of the stuff he was saying was
straight to the point.
It is what it is. I do, but that's the only reason why I say that is because I would also see content of him telling man like, you are on low minimum wage. You want a woman like this. What the hell are you doing? Why would woman want to be with you? Whereas I feel like the other content, I don't ever hear like their man necessarily telling men, why would you think you're going to get that woman?
I guess Andy Tate does a little bit.
This as well. They came in and said, you know what, it's Kevin Samuels who got me to kind of fix up and start looking at my weight and my health.
Kevin Samuels.
She
So
said, I'm not saying he saved me, but he helped.
I do think it's still misogyny.
Yeah.
It's the men. So long as you're spewing misogyny, you're a misogynist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like to me, it doesn't matter that everyone's getting energy. Like if you're talking to women in that way, then you're that way inclined. But he actually said that out of his own mouth, that women reacted more and women are what put him on the platform. Because the men, men are very, they're the self-loving kings. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't really talk down to men ever. Like, even if
they'll find,
unattractive, got no money, haven't got 2 pennies to rub together, they're still going to be on their high horse. So I think that kind of content doesn't really work with them necessarily. But he said it. He said, men didn't react. They, no one listened. It wasn't getting the traction until he started talking to women. So,
so what do you guys think of shits and gigs? So they are on the list because we did give them enemy of progress a couple of times. Are they still an enemy of progress?
No, I wouldn't say. I feel. Do you know what?
Have you listened to them?
Not since that, but do you know what I think in life? There's worse things.
Yeah.
Like there's people out here that are killing people, you know, like there's men out here that are killing people. Even like if we ever get onto the topic of like everyone getting onto Whitney, like there's presenters that have crashed into walls and literally like nearly unalived people and no one cares. No one's saying, oh, they should be held to on, like we should be hanging, like how everyone's getting onto her behavior was disgusting. We've seen worse in the thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, okay, shits and gigs, they made a mistake. And I think everyone should be given grace.
Yeah.
Now, if they make another mistake again along that same line, then you can have a conversation about, did they mean it? Are they whatever? But I do think in this world, everyone needs to be given grace. Everyone, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people out here that have been caught with worse things on their phones and all these things.
Definitely.
And I ain't seen no one doing online think pieces the way I've seen online think pieces about Whitney this past week. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've seen like paedophiles get off free and you lot have not been doing up think pieces the way you done up think pieces about Whitney and how her behaviour's disgraceful. Like there's bare man. Like we watch, not to throw my man underneath the bus, but we literally watch Young Spray get onto women.
He's on the list.
Every single week. We laugh at Young Spray. And like people enjoy his content. As in the mandem, all these men that are doing up think pieces about Whitney, they watch him every week.
Yeah.
We've seen him get onto women, pregnant women, whatever. And I've squashed my beef with Young Spray. But what I mean is, if you're gonna have the vim for people's content and people laughing at people and the way people speak to people, but is it only okay because he's doing it to black women? So maybe we don't need to get upset with him because he's doing it to black women. But everyone's upset with Whitney because she laughed at my man's accent. Okay, fairs. Okay, maybe she shouldn't have. Bloody, bloody, blah. But you lot are watching content every week of men getting onto women, of men talking about other men, of men question. Like, do you know what I mean? Literally all the, and you ain't got nothing to say. Everyone chill out.
Yeah.
Are
Spray
you guys-
gets a pass from the community. And
Of
I don't know why.
course, because that's what I'm saying. Because he's doing it to us, or he's doing it to someone else.
I can't
so
watch
no one thingy.
I can't
I think
at
we
all.
categorize content as well.
Right.
I mean, so I feel like because like I think Spray gets a lot of allowances because people kind of like put his content in a box over there. But at the end of the day, content's content.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So if you're gonna,
I'm not a content snob. I consume everything. I like
you do. One thing, Audrey will be like, Z, I watched it. I know you don't like it, but I watched it.
because it is important.
I'm
to,
a content
monitor
snob.
what you're absorbing.
Yeah, like
At the same time, but I like to just know what is going on over here and
Yeah.
of culture in that pocket. So I can't lie and sit here and say that I haven't indulged in a bit of RTM because I absolutely have.
But I think because of what you do as a profession, you have to have an opinion, a broad opinion. So you allow yourself to take things in and make a like, you know, rational decision.
Yeah.
But I think my problem is with like the shits and gigs situation and Young Spray situation is that younger guys are seeing them as aspirational.
Yeah.
And that's like, what? Young Spray has a podcast, and he's killing it. Oh, so what? He went from Rhodes to being, I don't know where he is now. Like, literally, and that's being celebrated. And that's the bit where I'm just like, if I ever caught one of my little cousins watching that, I'd literally yank the internet from the wall because why are you watching this? Like, this is dumb. And it's not doing anything for you. Like, if you're an adult and like, you can make rational decisions and like, you know, people our own age groups can make can process it of like, this guy's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like a lot of people are watching him because it's entertaining, but actually he believes a lot of what he's saying, and that's problematic to me because I'm just like, you're talking recklessly,
and even if he doesn't believe it, it's still dangerous.
But
at the same time, when I was younger, I was mostly listening and watching stuff that's nothing to do with my age group, and I came out okay. I think
I hear you,
I
but
feel like it's different.
It's a bit different now. It's different.
How your access to the content as well, like you're bombarded, how your algorithm works and everything. And Young Spray, I swear he's our age.
Yeah, he is.
He's our age, but he's cosplaying as a young man on Rhodes. You are no longer young. You know what I mean? You need to drop that. Like, you know, and I think that is the dangerous part. Like, you're not even talking to the people that are in your age group. Like, you know, like there's something going on there. If you can't,
there's a phrase that me and my husband say in our household. It's when someone's never been banged in their face before. Now, Young Spray's definitely been banged in his face.
I was going to say.
And he has now evolved with that knowledge of, I don't mind if I get banged again. But there's going to be young people that try and move like him. And it might not just be a bang in the face. It might be something else. And that's the bit where it's like, stop moving recklessly. Because if someone else tries to imitate you and doesn't, because obviously he has his kind of
mind game.
So he does it knowing full well, like, boy, this can go left, but I'm ready to go left. Whereas other people might try and go left and end up
straight. Because the thing with me is that like because like this whole space of like podcasting and people making content, like one of the best things about it is the fact that it isn't gatekept as well. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we kind of have to pick and choose. Like, it's either we want it to be open, which means everybody has a platform to be able to talk, or we do want to gatekeep it and kind of apply respectability politics and say, unless you're talking about these things, then you can't have a platform. Do you know what I mean? But I think the issue is more like what Sade said. It's just about the bombardment of it. Like just being, because back in the day when we were coming up, like, we had Sugar magazine and we had all of these problematic things. But like, it was once a week. And then you throw it away. And I remember I used to buy More magazine and I used to just purely buy it just to look at the position of the month.
Yeah.
And
I know.
I would literally spend £3.70 on it, go to the position of the month and then dash it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas now there's 17. Exactly, just 17, all of them things there. Whereas now there's no option, like you can't switch it off. So when it's constant, I don't know that we do have the privilege of saying that everybody should speak. So it's really tricky.
I like that.
They need licenses, honestly.
Literally.
I saw someone saying that the price of mics needs to go up.
Absolutely.
But it's not just podcasts, man. It's also,
we have Tory Lanez as well on the list, Diddy and R. Kelly. Obviously, like the problematic rappers and R&Bers that have kind of like, they've sold the sound down the river because of their
as well as their
bad behaviour. Exactly. And their souls. Maybe.
we're not
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, we're not gonna have our playlist left. Like, what we gonna listen to anymore?
Are you
I'm still going to listen to Biggie.
I have a question though. Are you
Never
guys,
listen.
if Diddy does go down, are you really going to remove everything?
I don't listen to him now, but this is the thing. I don't listen to what. Let me explain. I do not listen to Diddy's songs on his own. If he has produced something, exactly. If he's produced something, like, this is why I say I can't stop listening to Biggie. When I hear it and he's in the background, it annoys me. But Biggie's my favorite rapper of all time. I'm going to listen to him.
Biggie says some questionable shit as well, by the way.
I know.
Mad questionable shit.
I know.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, Biggs.
Yeah.
I know. and unfortunately, so some of that questionable shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm singing along with it. Like, I hear you. But picking and choosing, I pick not to listen to Diddy anymore. I choose not to listen to R. Kelly. I've chosen that a long time ago. I've not listened to R. Kelly for decades. And that is before he went to jail. That is before anything. Like, I've
like the first trial.
Literally put him out of my mind.
Tory Lanez,
I don't listen to him anymore. I've removed everything. Like, I'm not promoting these people. They're not getting money out of me. You know. So
what about you, love?
I said from the beginning, this one I have to separate the two. I don't usually believe that. Like, do you know what I mean? But this one I have to, because it's so, like, literally, Bad Boy is the soundtrack from 15. My albums, my songs. I mean, like, it's just so ingrained. It's very, very difficult. Do I think what he's done is heinous? Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? But, like, it's just, and also as well, I've listened to Diddy albums, like No Way Home, like You Can Hate Me Now, like, do you know what I mean? Like, About the Benjamins.
Yeah.
Oh, indeed.
The soundtrack.
He's telling his story, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can hate me now. No way.
It's all about Benjamin.
All about the Benjamin.
There's core memories with that. That's the soundtrack playing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how to undo that. I don't know how to undo that at the moment, but I will not consume it on purpose so much now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I wouldn't be putting a playlist together with his tracks on now.
Yeah.
If he brings something out now, I'm not going to listen to that either. Do you know what I mean? But, like, old school, that's
Yeah,
so
the old school track is a problem. But R. Kelly, I definitely had to cut. And R. Kelly was my Sunday, Saturday, weekend tidying up album. Belting Out the Chocolate Factory specifically is my... That hurt. Like, that album really was like, I'm singing in my kitchen. But, like, nah, can't. I've cut R. Kelly out. And I'll do the same I'll dance around Diddy.
I have another question. Do we think that Diddy may get off?
I think he might, you know.
Just to go around.
I've been saying it,
I think he might. I think watching... Okay, so remember I was saying I consume a lot of widespread content. I do actually watch Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Same.
How do you get through that shit?
I know, sometimes I can't. Genuinely, for my mental health, I'm like, I actually can't listen to this, like, racist nonsense. But he's been having, like, a lot of guests on that have been talking about the Diddy trial, and he had one lawyer on, and I don't know what his connection to the Diddy case was, but he was basically saying that in the discovery there's basically hardly anything that proves that the sex tape stuff is anything like non-consensual. From what they're actually presenting in discovery, it looks like everything was consensual with girlfriends. All of this stuff about minors allegedly and other men and all of that stuff is all apparently not true.
So they don't have...
So I think he might. And then I saw today that another... So remember there was that producer that was suing him? That case has been dropped as well. And then obviously he was also with the Jay-Z situation. And that's dropped as well. So I think he might actually get off.
I think he's going to get off of this one. But I think the next one, it's going to be an R. Kelly situation.
Give him another 10 years.
Yeah, he's going to get off of
Right, keep going.
Come back out, start acting up, and then they're going to get him. And
No, I don't think he can do anything after this.
If he does, he's mad.
That's mad. But these
but that, I agree with him. I don't think you can... R. Kelly coming out and doing what he did or getting off, it's a different time. Different climate. Now I don't think he would be dumb enough to come out and still be trying to do what's doing.
He was doing shit. Remember, like, they filed the charge, or they arrested him, they went to his house and they did all of this stuff, he was still doing shit. When they told him to go to New York and they actually arrested him from there and charged him, they found bare shit in his place. So he was still doing drugs, he was still doing, like, baby oil, he was still doing shit. It's not like he was living there reading the Bible on Sundays to go to
Yeah,
church.
yeah.
He wasn't doing that. He was still acting up. So I don't know.
I think
No, if he gets off,
He
if
was
he gets
addict.
off, he's
He
gonna
was
think that
addicted to this shit.
he's gonna be vindicated. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
I
mean?
think
He's gonna
so.
go all out.
He's gonna
He's
go
gonna,
all
yeah,
out.
he's gonna
He's
throw the
gonna-
big
he's gonna
fight
tempt us
with
to
all-
a bad boy tour.
He's gonna,
And I'm gonna be
not.
fucking
he's gonna
flipping.
start celebrating with as well.
No. You're not gonna hold me back. But I was like, what? He's gonna put everyone on the
no,
roster.
honestly, if he did a bad boy tour,
he would.
Little
That's
Kim,
insane.
Put
brought everybody up, Mary J.
seriously.
Blige.
Even
I went
Mary J.
out.
Blige looks
No, I
like,
went
come
to
on
the
now.
last bad boy.
People will go.
That's what I'm saying. People will go.
It was
People will
so
be like,
What?
good.
Should I not go? Should I not begrudge Mary J. Blige because it's Diddy?
No, like let Mary do her thing.
Should I
Diddy
begrudge
produced- do you know that
SWV
you're
because
putting
of
your-
Diddy?
Absolutely not.
Right.
No,
not
I introduced the correct artist in the music.
Oh,
So
okay,
so you'd go. Do you go to the? If Diddy gets
Nah,
off,
going to the concerts, mad
No,
guys.
no,
I'm not going. I'm not going to the concert now.
I
No.
went to the Gigs and Diddy concert.
Yeah, that was
I know, but it was getting close.
No,
No.
We didn't.
guys,
They
no.
were he said that was a farewell tour.
With the backlash, you had to deal with it
Embargo.
because you interviewed and then people tried to come for you, innit?
Yeah, I interviewed him for my job,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
job.
yeah.
You're supposed to bloody know.
And then say, I know no one had anything for all the other presenters that he went on, whoever he did, but I was the one that apparently even before I even interviewed him, we should have known because these cases have been going on for ages and all this stuff, and like, but it was whatever.
It was a press tour. Like that's
Yeah,
press.
it's well, right.
on
But
that.
then they were saying that I shouldn't have because we knew. And I'm like, let's be honest, no one cared about Cassie. Like, no, Cassie was not a talking point. It was Carisha that was a talking point because he was dating Carisha at the time. No one was checking for Cassie. That wasn't a conversation we were having until that whole thing happened. And then it was a conversation again. It was all to do with Carisha. In fact, loads of people were putting up Diddy and Carisha's goals at one point.
Wow.
And I actually was saying, young ladies, that if you think that this is goals, this is not goals. Like, the only way this would be goals is she was openly dating, and she's clearly not openly dating. Only he's openly dating.
yeah. Yep.
So she's now dating him solely. He's out here telling the whole world that he's single and just had a baby.
Yep.
She's not benefiting from this. And if she makes you feel like she's not, and like this is not goals, but they were presenting it as goals. She was presenting it as goals. It was like, I've got my money, I've got my man now. I'm a part of Bad Boys. Like, because also she's probably grown up admiring Diddy, as in looking at Bad Boys as like something that you were like, oh my God, this is Bad Boys. And now you're fucking living out your childhood dreams, aren't you? Like, you're Diddy's girlfriend growing up watching that. So everyone was looking at it as them go. But yeah, for some strange reason, I was the one that, you should have known, and why did you interview him? And it's like, it was for something.
I think because Tory Lanez has released his album from prison, R. Kelly could definitely, people are going to bun that album, like bust it to number one. I believe.
For me, Tory Lanez is a definite hard no.
Yeah.
Like, I was never tapped into him like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I liked some of his songs, don't get me wrong. I would play.
But
Same, I can't name one either.
But you remember, he had like I feel like back in the day, his songs were more of a thing. Like, say it if when he did that,
know his music.
all those types.
I
of
was
things.
like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, like that's
No
what
idea.
I mean. Early Tory Lanez days, we were like bumping him, but for me, it's like for me that was just a hard like no because of we saw the video. The doctors and everyone has said this. Why are we now not believing her over him? To me, that was so weird.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Even just now when you go in the comments and you see black men being like free Tory Lanez, even black women,
so
which I
dumb.
find so weird.
That was, well, look at the woman
And it's
that
just like,
went to court for R. Kelly, and remember she was like, I think she paid his bail or something. There was a black woman that went down there.
Some people are just unhinged, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Obsessed.
Yeah, it's very
All right,
Mhm.
Remel, who's your enemy of progress?
Oh damn, I had one. Oh yeah, it's back. Do you know what? It's an industry thing.
Oh.
And it was triggered by a particular person. So obviously the followers thing. Followers, influencers getting jobs.
Right.
And it's been a whole debate about, obviously we saw at the Grammys, the way that woman was so disrespectful to Babyface.
right.
Yeah.
I do feel like there needs to be restrictions on who can do press and who can't do press.
Mhm.
And so I was basically told, and I was told this as a encouraging thing, but a commissioner once told me that if I had 100K followers, like my career would be booming.
They lying.
And I was like,
they're still lying.
that's not true.
It's not true.
And this is the misconception that like followers automatically means viewership.
True.
Because
exactly.
Because there's been so many like YouTubers or like, and I'm, you know, my whole job is I love creators, I love creatives. I want to see everyone win. But if you ain't good at something, don't do it.
Honestly,
like that's my true belief. Or if you're not at least trying to get better at it, concerned about what's going to happen next.
Been there.
Very scary.
Because who's going to be, you know, leading TV and broadcasting and all that kind of stuff in the future if we're just letting anyone with 100k or whatever the boundary will be. You know, is it based on skill? Is it based on just like who you know? And again, the industry is about who you know, but I'm a bit, I'm on the fence of like, what is the right protocol? Because I can say, yeah, I want jobs and it's unfair. I hate the fact that it feels like, you know, foreigners are taking our jobs. Like, that's what it feels like now. Because now the influencers are taking our jobs. But like, if an influencer's good at presenting, go for it, babes. Like,
Definitely.
kill it. Like, if it makes sense, if it's your niche, if it's your, you know, all the Twitch streamers, go and host the BAFTA games. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? But if it's just random TikToker number 59 who went viral a couple times, it's like, that ain't it.
Like, isn't it like, it's so difficult because they might be branching into a new area and this is a new opportunity for them. So they might not have all the skills, but they're learning on the job.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of think about, because it's not their fault that they're being asked to do this thing, you know, and then it's not, because they're just popular, right? So the brands come to them and they ask them to do this red carpet, you know, it's an opportunity. They've never done it before. And they're just like, okay, right, I'll give it a go. You know, they might get trained by their PR, their manager, whatever. And they're in the moment. I mean, I'm giving them grace here. But like they might, or they'll go and they're booked for a job. They go and do the job, right? And they do it to the best of their ability. But because they're so new in it and it's a new thing for them, they don't do so well. And sometimes they get really harsh backlash because they're not at the top of their game. And everybody starts somewhere. That's the other side. That's what I see.
I think, that's what it is. There's a missing lot of stepping stones that some of us went through to get there. And then it helps you appreciate when you get to the point where I'm on the carpet or I'm on this or I'm doing this. And that's what's been removed in this current fast popcorn culture where it's like instant ready and you're not ready. And then it's like, and I think definitely in the DEI space, when they're trying to hit their quotas and say, okay, we got our black people on the carpet, they're just picking anyone. Okay, you got numbers. They're not doing due diligence. Because I've had that a lot. Similarly, there was a time when British Black was only one or two in the junket space. Then there was a year when there was everyone was doing a screening. Yeah, I've had people like, why are you not even me hating, but generally like, why are you doing a screening? Why? What? Just because there's some sort of similarity, then it calmed down again. But there's an influx of loads of people getting access, and then it becomes people that have been doing it for ages. You get priced out of the market. You just don't get a look in, and then it's like these people don't last because it's a flash in the pan. Had an idea. I'm going to come and do this. I want to be a presenter. And they realise, actually, I don't even want to do this.
And it's hard work.
And it's not as easy as you thought. And I've got to do all these commitments. I don't have the professionalism. You might do something wrong. You get in trouble. All these type of things that could happen. And then the people that were like, yeah, I mean, I told you, I've been doing
That's ain't like the game.
But that is the game. But
that's the thing.
I think why I'm competition.
That's the way I see it. Like, because I'm more pursuit of happiness. Yeah, if I can go to the top of the list, I'm going to the top of the list.
And that's
you know what I mean. I'm not working my way up if I don't have to.
What I think
you know what I mean?
That it's fine for people to have these opportunities, and it's great for them to have these opportunities, but take it a little bit seriously, innit?
Yeah,
that part.
Rock up. Don't
hear
me out.
Why are we assuming that they're not taking it seriously?
Some of them aren't taking it seriously.
You can tell.
I don't know.
You can tell. You can see the ones that are taking it seriously and like, I'm going to seize this opportunity and I'm going to make the most out of it. They might not be great to begin with, but you can see they've actually done their research and know who's coming on the carpet, for example.
Yeah.
You can't just like rock up and not know anything and just be like, I think that's not very professional.
I hear what you're saying, but I do think
be a little bit more
sometimes that what we see is the clip of them going wrong. That's what we see. We're not seeing the entirety of it. Do you know what I mean? So there's that too. That is also highlighted, and it's kind of like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like that's the part that goes viral. So I'm just.
Do you know what? Because I take it as constructive. Like, do you know what? Having a fan base or supporters or followers or all that kind of stuff, it's true. Like, to build your brand, you need to have a community. And I totally get some of these TikToks have built, like, sorry, it sounds so rude, TikTokers, but some of them have built. Some of them have built. I mean, there's also that because people are buying things now. But a lot of them have built a solid fan base, and I respect that. And if that can hit the with the quotas and all that kind of stuff, go for it, babes. Like, enjoy yourself, get your new show, But I think, and again, like I said, I'm learning from that. Like, do you know what? Build a community. That's why I started the blog. Because I'm like, build a community where we can all do something together and we all grow, and then you find your people and your niche or whatever. But at the same time, being clearly overlooked for something. Like, if you live and breathe whatever that thing is, and someone says, "Oh, hosting my first red carpet," and you're like, you?
Yeah.
Like, how? Why?
And across the industry as well. It's not even just in the entertainment space. Across the industry that there's now this kind of, let's usher in this person and then getting rid of or ignoring people that have been grinding and doing it. And I think there's nothing wrong with rites of passage. I think there's opportunity, but there's also the rites of passage, because it's also about respecting what it is and learning it. Because I mean, I started off as a hairdressing junior, and that's how I got good at customer service, understanding my client. We talk about these like fast hairdressers now. There's like all these rules, no customer service, these Instagram, don't knock the hustle, because I was a home hairdresser as well, and that saved me when I was broke. But there's also, I had the benefit of training in a hairdresser and understanding how to navigate customers, and understanding the hair and learning and how to, you know.
I think it's just a moment in time, though, honestly. I really do. I don't think this kind of influencer space is going to last even 5 years. I think you have like flash in the pans, and then people are going to start looking at the hard data. And somebody with 1 million doesn't mean that they can sell anything, or that people are even watching them. It can just be like they went viral a few times. I think it will change.
I don't think so.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, you know.
We thought that 5 years ago. It's still here, and it's getting worse.
Remember, reality TV has changed 100%. Everything. Most reality star who was just a normal like Joe or Jane blogs, they are still here.
But they're not getting as big as Molly.
They're getting the bag though.
They're not getting as big as they were before, like the reality stars. It doesn't carry.
But they getting. Yeah. I don't think this what we're talking about now, as in people coming into certain spaces. I just think it will get not worse, but I don't think it's going to change. No. I think they might start looking. But they're still going to want you to have some sort of following. Yeah. Okay. I don't think you can.
So I need at least 50.
Yeah, at least something. And then definitely. I think they will. And I think as long as there's certain types of people working at these brands, as in which they're hiring people that are brought up in the culture of following.
Yeah.
So it's always going to be the same. So you're hiring a 25-year-old that does care about following. Right. Yeah. And that's all that's why you're going to see certain people in certain spaces. You're like we're saying, and not even necessarily, take it for instance, me, that's kind of navigating my space in the fashion world, right? When I speak to the fashion girlies who are doing it, they will be like, there's spaces that I can't get into as an editor of this, an editor of that, but somebody from Love Island is coming off and getting front row. And I'm like, how did this happen?
Yeah,
because all that's happening is you've got someone that works at said PR brand. Because before, back in the day, whoever used to work at these places, they would seem like, oh my God, they were so far removed. It's not. It's the girl now that is just... She's got 300 followers on TikTok, and all she wants is to be friends with said 1 million follower girl, said 1 million follower rapper. So now she's gonna invite all them people. Do you know what I mean? I mean, one time I reached out to Averex. I said, "Can I get a jacket?" They're telling me I can't get a jacket. Oh, we don't have anyone. We're not gifting at the moment. but I know you are gifting because someone just told me that I needed to hit you lot up. But what you've done is you, whoever is the girl that is head of gifting, you don't think I'm cool enough to get an Averix jacket.
PR has always been like that,
but it's got worse now because back in the day, it would be like, okay, I might not like you, but we understand why you should get an Averix jacket.
Absolutely.
How can I, not to toot my own horn,
No, but it's true.
Yeah.
No,
Like, I am surprised.
Do it.
I can't lie, I am surprised.
Yeah.
I get an Averix jacket, black British culture,
Absolutely.
black British culture. I can't get. This person then leaves, another person comes in. Hi, sorry, we'd love to give you an Averix jacket. Because you had the person that was in there before is just some girl that wants to be friends with everyone. So this is what's happening. They're hiring all of these people now. So it's just going to keep getting worse.
That is literally the story of PR. Law Roach. Law Roach was like, don't call me to dress Zendaya because when I emailed you 2 years ago, you said she couldn't have it. Now she's the biggest thing in the world and now you want to wear her
to be fair, PRs are an enemy of progress.
So actually, PRs
No, we want PR.
Some of you guys.
Some of them
love PR.
Not all of you.
I have
not all of
relationship with
you.
Pick up the ones that invite us.
Shout.
I worked with some brilliant.
Shout out to
shout out to
PR. Yeah, not all of you.
Those ones that we're talking about, they've had to come in because of the PR that we're talking about.
Yeah,
precisely. Those things like Vamp.
I mean, there's still some that who are for us, but well,
yeah. But then it's like, but then that's what I mean. The whole entertainment thing is politics.
Yes, true.
Because no matter, even if you got your brethren inside the PR company, unless they're the boss, but even then, somebody, whoever the PR company, they then have client, right? So they can, your brethren could be running, like pushing for you. We want Remel, we want Remel, we want Remel. And then she's still got to take it to the guy at the top that says, oh no, not Remel.
Absolutely.
And then everything's like a losing battle almost, like, do you know what I mean? But PR companies, I've had
I feel like even just off the back of that, it's ageism as well. So even down to the people that they're bringing in to make these decisions, they're like, we've got to hire someone young because they've got their fingers.
Right.
So they're bringing in these young, inexperienced 25-year-olds because they might watch Love Island or they might be tapped into popular culture. And then they're the ones that are making a decision on who can be allocated gifting or who can do this or who can be on this guest list. So, you know, I think the ageism stuff that proper plays into it. And I remember we were having conversations years ago, like about TV shows. Oh my God, the amount of meetings we've sat in and all of them told us we were too old. At the time, I'm 39 now. This was 8. Yeah, I was like maybe 31, 32. And I was the eldest. So Tolly and Milena would have been 27, 29.
And they're like, you guys are too...
And
I'm not surprised by that.
And they were telling us we were too old.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
Certain commissioners and platforms were saying we were too old and we would have to...
That's mad.
Go to BBC Two.
No, I'm not.
Not the BBC.
Channel 5.
Much like what you guys are saying about in PR and all of that stuff, in television and in film, it is literally, there's a saying, runner today, producer tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. So, and then all of these streaming platforms and broadcast channels, they are trying to make ratings. They're trying to have the hit show. So a lot of them don't have the budgets that they used to have 5-10 years ago now. If you watch the television, there's a lot more reality on there now because it's easy.
It's easy. So
easy to produce. They don't need to worry about studio hire. They don't need to worry about location.
They don't have to pay no one.
They don't have to pay
cheaper than a bag of chips.
Cheaper than a bag of chips.
Right.
Oh, shut up. But yeah. I love that. I love someone throwing our shit back at us.
Well, so look, my enemy of progress, problematic Karens and do-gooding white people / fake allies. Yeah, get me? Everywhere. We've had, in the evolution of DEI, diversity, wokeness, liberalism, and we're trying to fight the good fight and empower and move forward. Protests and yay, Black Lives Matter. We had some folks that took it a little bit too far. We had folks like Gwyneth Paltrow. Bless her little cotton socks.
What's she doing now?
This was way back in 23, I think, and she did an acceptance speech. And she said, white women, have a lot to learn from black women.
Do you remember that?
My black friends know themselves, love themselves in a way that I think white women are not taught to.
Imagine.
Hey,
now
you're speaking to your sisterhood.
She was speaking to her sisterhood. Now, there was some backlash from that because I know she had well-intentioned, you know, she best friends with Beyonce and all that type of stuff. She meant well, I'm sure. But sometimes, white women, you do too much. You just do and say too much. We just need you to take us out the chat and just deal with your situations alone, together. And then
yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. It's not about bringing us into it.
Yeah,
we understand. Go.
No, it was virtue signaling, isn't it? She's like, I've got black friends.
Babe, if your black friends are Beyonce.
No,
exactly.
Different levels.
To be fair, ain't she just done that now as well? With
Meghan
Meghan
Markle.
Markle.
It's
the same.
Sorry, is it
Yeah.
Meghan Suffolk?
Oh, yeah.
They really hate her, don't they? They still can't stand her. I say the people still can't stand her. They really hate her, don't they?
Yeah,
They really
Meghan
just
gets
can't.
it. But Gwyneth came to the rescue and was like, I don't know why you guys are trying to say I hate her because
She's right.
She's in my kitchen drinking.
She's my best friend.
Considering Meghan was an actress, that whole skit was ridiculous. She was like,
I know.
Kicking back.
And that's where, again, you get it wrong slightly. So that's not, if you're going to get yourself a black friend, you're going to pick somebody else, you know, just
Not a princess.
maybe not a princess, maybe not a princess. Then we got
Well, you can get a princess, but just not Meghan Markle princess.
maybe, you know.
Who didn't even realise she was black until she got to the UK.
Yeah, then one's there. Then one's there. And we also
She didn't, did she?
She didn't.
She actually didn't realise.
It wasn't always.
Poor thing. She got here and then she realised.
That kind of black.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. She came here and she's like, oh,
Other black.
right, that's what happened. Yeah.
How do you think that you can really get into the royal family
Right.
and they're going to have you around? Really?
She got sold.
She was in a bubble.
Harry definitely told her, don't worry, I got black people in my family.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you know what? I don't know if she was sold a lie. I just think that she wasn't. She just all her life, I think she got away with being the complexion that helped. Yeah. In Hollywood, like I'm not being funny. When you watch the documentary, her own agent said he didn't know she was mixed race. How can your own agent not know you were mixed race? Your acting agent. That means that's also something that
he
you
didn't see his mum.
You didn't say, because if I was a mixed race woman, in TV, that's like probably one of your best selling points because you appeal to a lot of people. You appeal to everyone.
Not so much
almost.
in America though.
No, but because your colorism works well for you. But so you've really gone out of your way not to tell your agent that you're mixed race. And also,
he thought she had a California glow.
Right.
That's what?
He's like,
That's what he said.
Do-gooding white folks. Enemies of progress.
If you don't say you're mixed race.
Nah, they're lying, man. They're actually lying.
As a mixed race woman, you would talk about your mixed race experience. So that means she doesn't even talk about her mixed race.
Talk about her mum.
Also, you would want to go for all the roles.
Right, that's
Yeah.
not just so you would so you would tell your agent, like, because also, like you're saying, in Hollywood, they're not going to cast a white woman as a mixed race woman. So you want to make sure everyone knows you're mixed race because your pool is open as a mixed woman. So that's my whole point.
So she wanted the white role.
By the way,
and she was like,
ding, 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 ding. This is about problematic Karens.
Sorry.
We're back. Interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about problematic black women. Also, Drew Barrymore, because she referred to Vice President Kamala. Mamala.
Oh yeah,
She said like,
that was
get the whole, let the whole of America.
Not just everything. Not just that. Just everything. Just always in their face.
She and hands.
She's
sitting on their laps. She's in between their legs.
Like it.
Why is there? No, she is. It's so like, I'd be like, come on.
She's just an earth mama.
No,
I don't think that's the way.
Who's so much?
I don't like it.
no, she was child star. Yeah, she's been
off the rails.
She had drugs at a very young age.
Drew Barrymore is the poster child of. Do you think she was a drug? Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan
ain't got nothing on Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, she's nothing.
She had
Honestly, I didn't know.
Honestly, I didn't know.
Yeah, from E.T. She was
Yeah, there's a documentary actually. That not Selena Gomez, the other one. Demi Lovato. Done a documentary because she's also child star. They have done a documentary that we're talking about her. Their previous drug addictions, and she. Fuck me. They interview.
Guys, you got to
no second.
Start again. Start again.
I didn't know. Demi Lovato did an interview, a documentary talking about drug addiction, and in that interview, Drew Barrymore was there and a bunch of other people. And Drew Barrymore talks about her life growing up.
Kenan from Kenan and Kel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it that Disney one? The Disney, it's on Disney.
I never knew that she was a
it was a real
like age of 5 doing things. Yeah.
Really
She went to the
she's a hippie.
She went to the president's
now.
house.
Keep your hands to yourself.
And it's
like
like
she's
just over familiar.
Yeah,
But
a bit over.
Some people use that as a way of being, I'm really listening.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, you don't have to listen with your hands.
She's in their lap.
Yeah.
She's in their lap.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She's like,
it's a lot.
I've seen clips and she's
And
straddling them.
Was it Jane Fonda? Who was it that went on it? And she was just like, no, it was Snoop Dogg's bestie, Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Martha.
And she was just like,
I love
put your hand over.
They got Martha.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a little bit much for Kamala to be Momala and Mammy, the Mammy association with that, and having America put their head on her bosom.
Drew didn't even consider.
She didn't consider.
She didn't think about
There's
that.
a little bit of extra thinking that you must do, and then there's the evil ones, the real Karen-able Karens, like recently Michelle Bishop, who rang black homeowner Joseph Jenkins's doorbell, and when she discovered it was a blacker man,
Oh, right.
she was like, "You don't live here. You can't live here.
Do you live here?
I don't believe
I
that
don't
you live
think
here."
you do.
People like that.
Run away with my kids.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Crazy. And I don't know what goes in their mind that they can't see that black people can live and exist and be homeowners, and go bird watch. By that woman that got the guy that was bird watching, the black man that was bird watching, she called the police. And again, she did the fake.
He's annoying. He didn't want to press
that was
charges.
fishing as well.
I know, and he won. Okay, well,
I don't like that.
you want
You're like,
us to
press
get
the charges.
retribution.
Yeah. Why are you being
No,
like,
you have
oh, I'm
to.
going to
You
be
have
the
to
good
press- I'm
Negro?
pressing
That's
charge.
annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying.
They don't learn otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to go all the way,
Mm.
but they don't. They get off it. And who else we got? And then there's other people like M. Dot.
Wait, who?
M. Dot.
The rapper.
Oh no!
no.
The Jamaican
The Jamaican.
Oh, no.
He was proper singing it,
I
and he had
thought he
Clark
was
in his
artist.
Clark.
For the Caribbeans in the room, how do you feel about M. Dot?
I don't.
I don't either.
Is he not more Jamaican than you, like he told Queen Ice Cream?
Was he born there?
That's
No,
what he said.
he's English.
That's what he said. He said to Queen Ice Cream, I'm more
I was going to say
Jamaican
like
than
White
you.
Yardie, but he wasn't born in Jamaica either.
Yeah.
No.
How do you feel about those who are...
I better not
So
say that because
close
they'll
to
cancel
us.
me again.
Okay, let's
Did you get in trouble for that?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a big thing. Yeah.
What?
But
Do you
you
want to talk
got
about it?
But to be fair, do you know what pisses me off with that whole thing? It was like, out of everyone on that whole thing, I was literally said to White Yardie that he's probably more Jamaican than me.
Yeah.
And, sometimes these discussions are a little bit annoying because obviously because he's white, it's annoying that people then question his Jamaicanness because he is white, but he definitely would be more Jamaican than me. I literally said that on the show, but as usual, somehow I always get the grunt of everything, even though I literally was the only person. But when that all happened, White Yardie actually called me. He called me and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because he could see all the backlash I was getting. And he called me and said, "I'm so sorry. Like, I'm trying to let people know that it wasn't you, that, you were the one defending me." And he said, "Do you want me to put out something to say it wasn't you?" And I said, "You know what? Whatever you feel like doing, you do what you want to do, because at this point it is what it is. Like, people are running with whatever." And he said, "No, because you like whatever, blah blah. I don't want people to come for you, etc." I said, "Whatever you want to do, I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's up to you." His next post he decided to put up was clean-hearted. After I had just got off the phone to him and had the conversation, and he had said to me, "Do you want me to put something up?" And I literally said, "It's your Instagram. Do what you want to do." Like, I ain't got, because at this point, I'm getting death threats, I'm getting this, whatever. Yeah, I had to turn off. Yinka, all of us. Yinka had to turn off all her shit because they were getting onto were unapologetic. And actually, Audrey was like one of the only people was like, "I can't believe that we've got 2 black women on TV, and this is, you lot have decided you're gonna come for these 2 black women because of said subject. Like, what are we doing here?" Which was crazy. And like I said, I was the one that said, also the narrative, which pissed me off about this whole thing, and I've actually never spoken about it because it's weird, is he knew exactly what he was coming on the show to talk about. Unapologetic, you get called up, you have your call, they tell you it was to do with like kind of culture appropriation. He was brought on for that segment to talk about, you know, somebody that could be classed as doing cultural appropriation, but is it because he was born there? And he wasn't born there, by the way. But that's another thing. Like, do you get what I mean? And that was the conversation. And I literally said, it's a shame we're having this conversation because you're white. That's the only reason really why we're having this conversation. But you probably know about Jamaican culture more than me because you were raised there. Do you get what I mean? And then he literally had a conversation, saw all of the backlash I was getting. I was on the phone to him. He said, do you want to put a thing up? I'll say that. Then the next post he puts out saying clean-hearted. I said,
what did he mean by that?
Yeah, that's because you're feeding in. What he was doing was feeding in.
That's why
that's basically I'm the victim.
That's
basically
I'm the victim. And it was like we just got off the phone. And when I saw it, I was like, we literally just got off the phone. And you know exactly what you're doing by putting that caption. You know.
Ambiguous. So
you knew exactly what's right. You knew. No one's gonna know that I just got on the phone. And if I was one of these people that were like, no, I could have been like, go on. I said, honestly, whatever you want to do, Harry, it's up to you, innit? Like, you do what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what to say. I'm not one of those people, innit?
That's why you can't invite him to the cookout, like the Andrew Schultzes and the Gary Owens.
Well,
I mean, we did put him in the bin.
We did.
White Yardie?
Yeah, White Yardie's been in the bin. M-Dot's been in the bin.
Yeah, and M-Dot as well.
Yeah. Because
and Dane cussed him out.
Dane cussed
him out.
Listen, that was so long ago that he cussed him out.
Goes extreme.
But listen,
but sometimes they need it.
Dane cussed him out.
It's okay.
I think it was in our early days as well. We were still in the box. Dane cussed him out, and to this day, that still gets numbers.
Yeah, man. Wow. But it's also that thing where you can't trust when you. It's like, unfortunately for black folks, it's like we have to have our third eye open when you've got friends and allies, and it's like what Andrew Schultz was saying, we spoke about it last week, about you actually, if you're going to have white friends, you have to allow them to be a little bit racist because then you can see where their mind's at. In hindsight, possibly, I'm not giving them a blind because Andrew Schultz, you can be in the bin forever, but possibly there's a perspective in that. It's like, you need to really know where your white friends are coming from because sometimes they just blindside you with some foolishness.
White Yardie knows what he's doing though. The fact that he's even fucking White Yardie.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah,
it's wild. It's wild.
But he's got so many fans because our comments, that was probably one of the first times our comments went off was when he was in the bin. And we were getting it, like, how you coming after him?
Like, and that's what they do for him. Like, yeah, man. He's
ride for him.
Riders. So is it our fault?
No. Who's our?
I'm just saying.
It's their fault.
It's actually insane. Like when all of that was happening, I was like, what? I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like,
he's got fans.
She's a white man over a black woman.
They listen, and the people from Jamaica were on. They were ready for me. I was like, wow. But bear in mind, hello, I literally said he's more Jamaican than me. I said it like I did because I can say, like, just because my family's from there doesn't mean that I know everything to do with Jamaica. I don't. Do you know what I mean? I probably should know more. I should. You know, I've visited Ghana in my adult years more than I have Jamaica. Like. Shamelessly,
any excuse in it, fucking hell.
I have to back to my own home country, my adult years. So I'm not going to pretend here like I know everything about my culture and everything like that. I literally said that, but when I saw that, I said, "Wow,
he's got fans."
That is insane. Like you was ready to fit you. You were writing into Ofcom. They wrote into Ofcom.
What was the complaint though? Like, I can't remember what the actual complaint was.
Because the journalist guy said to him, "When did you decide that you were Jamaican?"
The Nick Ferrari.
My thing was, because he answered. But my thing, as we all know, journalism, interview, whatever. Really. There's really never a stupid question. Because if White Yardie now came out and said, "Do you know what? Up until the age of 13, I really struggled identifying as Jamaican because I got bullied," then everyone will be like, "What an amazing story."
Exactly.
Thing.
Oh, wow.
So he answered it the way you thought he was going to answer it, but he could have had a really compelling story about, actually, he could even say, do you know what? Up until this day, I still find it hard to identify as Jamaican because I understand that everyone would be like, wow, what a great question.
I think that from what I remember, because now you've reminded me, I think it was the fact it was said kind of, it was a genuine question, but with like a bit of tongue in cheek. Like, what made you think, you're Jamaican? And it's like, rah, and I don't understand why there would be a complaint for that, but at the same time, I feel like they're like, well, if he has been raised in the community, then he should be able to
even
not be claiming.
There were so many
I don't know.
things.
Don't overstep. All lives don't matter in that capacity. Black lives matter, and just do your own thing, talk to your people.
So yeah, okay,
Sade.
bringing on to my enemy of progress, which is very similar and kind of like a running theme through the show, which is people who come for Black women for anything.
They
just go
for breathing
on Black women. I know,
much.
Zeze, you've definitely felt a bit of that, as we've heard. We've had people like Mimi the blogger, when she was, just said a simple thing.
Simple.
Do you know what I mean? That, DJ AG should gatekeep what he's doing. Oh my God.
As if.
Beautiful. She'd have
Do you
killed
know what I
someone.
mean? You would have thought
Exactly.
yeah, honestly.
No,
and it's
mad.
nothing that we haven't said before. We have people like Nella Rose when she was a celebrity. People going in, she had an argument with someone, like people losing their mind.
When Leighton McKenna was screaming at people, everyone loved it.
Right.
Zeze, I have to publicly say, well done,
honestly,
for surviving Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
Because there were arrows, targets on your back every episode.
Yeah.
And you did not.
You didn't.
People
Yeah.
thought you were going to
Bye.
kick off,
Yeah.
and they wanted you to give a stereotypical
Yeah.
kick off. And I think
Not defend
Ekin
them.
was absolutely told, wind her up. Wind her up.
Right.
Get Zeze to do
'Cause it
something.
was-
I think she's a plant anyway in life.
Yeah.
She's bloody, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
and
blood.
what you said, like, you talked to her about Love Island and she's back there.
Exactly.
This was
That was,
You know what I mean?
do you know what? One thing about Ekin though, she is TV gold. Like Ekin Sue knows
how beautiful
she.
women are.
No.
Just even give it flowers.
Because I spoke. I said that was funny. I thought it was funny that she went in. But one thing is that woman is going to give us good TV, right? But people have to understand that's what it is. She's good at what she does, and that's what I take it for. It's good at what she does. But am I going to go and break bread with her? Absolutely not. Like, but I understand it because I love reality.
They're
Like I love
professional.
watching reality. So her on TV is amazing. And you know, I saw a clip of her the other day which was circulating, and I was like, finally, good. She said, I love doing reality. I love being on TV, and it's like, yeah, you.
Black women afforded the same grade.
There are professional reality people.
She said, I love being on TV. I love theatre. I'm a theatrical person. I love
Like, really?
Like, do you know what? Own it,
Yeah.
Take that away from you now. Yeah, that's what I like to do. But I think before it was kind of, it was that illusion of like, no, I'm here for, or I'm just, I'm bigger than this, and I'm just here because it's like, no, babe, you love it, and that's good, and you're good at it, and you're gonna probably make money doing it for a long time.
Yeah, of course. Black women are so gracious.
No,
Honestly.
yeah, but do you know what? It's like, and this kind of goes back to what I guess we're saying, is that unfortunately, I do think that as Black women, we, as long as we reside in this country, you will not get to be your full self, wherever that is. And I think sometimes as Black women, we find that really hard to understand. And I totally understand it, because why should not I was born, I was raised here. Why should I not be able to be whatever that is, if that's a bit snappy, not even snappy, if that's a bit quick, if I'm like, quick with it, and I've got a bit of a like, what are you saying? Like, do you know what I mean? It's going to always be a problem. And I think, as I've got older, I've realized I don't really care to try and be myself and be accepted, because what comes with it is long. So I might as well, and I'm not saying I'm not myself, because I am myself, but I've learned over the years as I've got older, like you saying, when to retaliate, when to be argumentative, when to say, are you dumb? And when to be like, are you stupid? Like, and be whatever they think I'm going to be. And when to be like, do you know what? I'm going to let you have that one.
100%.
I think people that go on realities as Black women, I think the key is that you have to have life experience.
Okay.
What interesting.
What happens? Which I mean is like normal environments. You've gone in normal environments. So what happens is, sometimes you go on these shows, right? And you've got mad following. They've got a mad following.
Yeah.
Nella, Whitney, and I love both Nella and Whitney extremely. I've spoken to them, Mimi, all of them. I love them dearly. Like, I'll call Mimi, Whitney called me the other day. I'll have a word with Whitney. I'll speak to Nella. But I think they've had the privilege and the success of not having to navigate real life. Not real life, the 9-to-5 world, whatever that means.
So they've gone straight
because they've gone in a little bit young.
Right. Successful, and you've not had to do the 9-to-5, which is brilliant. I love that for them. But the thing with a 9-to-5 and operating in the real world is you figure out who likes you, who doesn't like you.
Right.
True. That's what
and different characters.
Right. So we were saying about the influencer.
So then when you have a big following and you've got 500,000 people, supposedly a majority of those 500,000 people love you,
adore you.
They adore you. So everything you put out is always going to be received as I'm amazing. So whether that's you being like how you are, but then when you go into the real world, the quote unquote real world, and you meet different people, you realize, oh, people just don't like me for being who I am.
Right.
So then you learn to navigate. So when I went into Big Brother house, all of those characters I've come across in my life. I've come across Lauren. I've come across Louis.
So you were ready for it.
I know how to navigate. But did I know how to navigate when I was those type of people at 23? Absolutely not.
No. Yeah.
At 25, did I know how to navigate? No. But as life has gone on, I've learned how to navigate and how to be like, you want to push me to the edge. I'm walking away.
What about you, Audrey? Because you and Tolly have received a lot of
backlash.
Yeah. How do you deal with that when you see, like, people doing Reddit threads about and like conjuring up different stories about why you've made certain decisions?
Like, they're on Lipstick Alley.
Crazy.
Lipstick Alley is brutal.
It's horrible.
First of all, I don't look at that stuff generally.
Okay.
I'm very protective of like my space. I always have been, and I realised that because I tend to be like an overgiver and an oversharer by nature, I realized I actually had to put some like restrictions in place. So like for a long time, even before all of that happened, I turned off my DMs because I started to have like this reverse guilt of like when people were being really nice and not being able to respond to everybody. So I'm like, if they can't get through to me, then I have to have the guilt about replying to everything, and sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming. So I already protect my peace. I don't look at things like, every now and then we make it to the Shade Bar and the blogs and stuff like that, and I never look at the comments. Like in my I've said to my friends,
who'd you block? Okay, we'll come back to you.
I hear it. And I said to my friends in my group chats, I was like, listen, when you guys see stuff, don't send it to us, because they were doing that. Like,
they do,
yeah. Be like, oh my God, you guys, because to them it's like, oh my God, you're on the Shape. Like, it's a massive thing. Anxiety will just go through the roof, and I'm not even really an anxious person like that by nature. So number one, I protect myself. I protect myself. So I don't tend to see negativity because it's kind of blood. But when we had our day in court, it was crazy. But I realised how many people jump on a bandwagon and how it's not real. Like literally, and I didn't realise that, because for the most part we'd had pretty good experience online. But then when people are just very fickle, and sometimes when things are just a hot topic, people just want to talk
about it. So it's beyond race, do you feel? So it's not a black woman attack?
No, it's definitely, black women definitely have bigger targets on their back, 100%. I will never ever remove the race aspects from it ever. I think, we could do something, and like, I don't know, Chloe Meadows or something couldn't do something completely different. It's just a different world.
Right.
And I love Chloe. I'm just using her as an example of a white woman in the space. But so race is definitely in that. But so many people just talk.
Yes.
Like, it's actually crazy, because I've seen people that were in the thick of it. Of course, I did have a little glimpse at the time when it was happening, and there were people that were proper chiming in. Then we've come back as a two. The show's been bigger and better than ever, and the same people are talking about how much they love it. Like, you can serious.
There's no embarrassment either.
No shame.
No shame.
That people will just chime in because it's a hot topic.
So just to get all the likes.
Because especially the likes now as well.
Now, like, everyone's talking about this person. I want to maximize my platform. I want to get likes, and I want to get shares, and I want to get followers, so people jump on things. People, there's also secret haters that
100
were kind of waiting. And if you're someone that for the most part, don't really give people reason to talk. They're waiting to jump.
Yeah.
So I saw those people as well. So the people that I've never seen you tweet nothing about this show ever. I've never seen you even back this person. All of a sudden that you're their number one fan.
Yeah.
Tweet nothing about them in the past.
Weird. Waiting for your downfall, like literally, yeah.
Plugging in our lashings, all of a sudden you're in the conversation. So they're kind of the secret haters. So I put everything into categories, but I just think it is just part of the job.
Yeah.
How does that play out in real life though? Because like you go to industry events, someone's been saying something and you see them like,
I don't chat
how
to
do you
them.
do? You don't
You
chat.
black them. Are you all on the black team?
I believe in everything. I feel like there's a code.
I wasn't talking to Audrey for a bit.
Oh, really? Yeah, it was like a weird thing, but it wasn't a real thing.
Oh, tell us.
Black women or black women?
A real thing. I don't even know. I think it was just weird. But
Do you know
It happened.
Yeah, we did it because I'm really. Do you know what it is? And do you know what? It's so funny because, but this is what I mean about us as black women in the space, because it's so funny but we're mature, so you'd never know.
Exactly.
But it was actually me and Tolly. We never used to speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think someone said something on the receipts and I didn't like it, so I said I ain't talking to none of them. And I'm like that. I just won't speak to somebody. I'll just hear something. And then Tolly, mature Tolly, we'd see each other out, and then we was in Ghana one year.
It's
And
too late, yeah.
and then I remember because I was followed Audrey, but then I was like, why didn't Audrey say something when she said something on the thing? And I got into my feelings, but obviously Audrey's gonna back Tolly because that's Tolly, that's your girl. So I was like, okay. So then Tolly, in my head, I'm just like, well, I don't want to talk to anyone because I just feel like we shouldn't, you know. So then Tolly saw me out, and mature Tolly, she came up to me and she's like, look, we're always in the same space. Let's just. And I said, you know what? I said, cool, we was within Ghana. And I said, and ever since then, me and Tolly, fine. Like, we actually get along really well. We're more similar than we realise. But I think sometimes in the space, we can be pitted against each other without even realising that it's like, oh, you are over there, you over there. And as I've got older, I'm like, do you know what? Even if we all we disagree on certain things. Like, as I've got older as well, very rarely, unless it's like a very, like surface level discussion. Like, say if they were talking about pay on the first date and I wanted to get involved, then I would get involved. But the moment it starts becoming personal, like how people get onto Mimi or Whitney, even if I disagree with the behaviour, I will not speak out anymore. Because my thing is, I'm not going to go against, especially if black women are public being ripped to the straight.
Right, so with the whole Madam Joyce thing, so do you regret that then?
No.
Okay.
Yo, explain for the people that don't know.
Oh, yeah, because I don't talk to my
I don't. Were you being immature, or where was that?
Because for me, it was like, so yeah, me and Tolly, we squashed it because it was just, and I said to Tolly, like, I just felt like on the pod, I just wish he didn't say that because you know how hard it is for black, and we just squashed it. And it was a nice conversation. And I'm always like, you will never know, I'm never going to come and speak about it. But then it's like, and I said to her, because I understand how hard it is as a black woman being in certain spaces. Yeah. And I understand. So for me, even if I didn't like what Receipts was doing, I would never say it publicly. Because for me, it was, do you know what I mean? So, and as we've got old, but for me, you can have these conversations. Just because you have a disagreement with someone doesn't mean now you're beefing forever. And I love that we had that conversation, and I love now that Receipts support me. I report.
It's nice,
but it's that thing that you said about
we agree on a lot.
Like literally,
there's so many dinners that have
But that's nice. We can have healthy debate.
Respect
and respect things.
I think it's important as well that people know this, because they do want to put people against as well, get pitted against each other.
Yeah.
Coexist and be in a space where
what happened? No, we do.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I got on the show today.
You're gonna disgrace me.
Like, it's important for people to see that we.
Because I think a lot of people, the Madam Joyce thing, no, because I feel like we could have had that conversation offline.
Right.
But I'm not a bitch. That's the thing. I'm not a bitch. Like, I saw her the other day on the red carpet. Her face, she had like a bit of hair on her lip gloss. I was standing behind her. I said, fix your hair. You're going to take pictures.
Did you say like that?
You did. Fix your hair, man.
But
it's still
No, you lot are bad.
It's sister.
No, it sounds like
Yeah.
I want her to go and take.
No, you got to say.
No.
No, do you know what I mean? So I didn't say. I was like, your hair's in the way to. And then I even jokingly said, I'm still not your friend. But anyway.
Okay, so that's
We're not real. You look better now.
yeah.
At the end of the day,
we're all in
even
it.
if I don't,
The day has
even
to
if
end.
we're not cool with each other, I understand as a black woman, being in this space is extremely
It's a lot.
hard. So I will be like, I will keep you at a distance. I saw her at Brits. I'll say like we were standing next to each other. We had a breathe through each other conversation as you do, but I'm not gonna be like.
So she's not your brethren.
No, but I don't wish her bad.
Yeah.
Beautiful gowns.
Do you know what
Beautiful
I mean?
gowns.
Because I understand it's hard being
Yeah.
in the space, and I won't speak down.
Can
I
I
don't
ask-
speak down, and no, I
You
won't.
didn't. I feel like even when you tweeted it was a bit advice-wise, like, but she took it another way. That's life, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
not.
life.
We're not
And I
all
wish
going to
it
get along,
was
but
like,
we can
yeah.
wish each other the best.
Can I ask?
Speaking of not all, we've got to move on. Time is ticking.
Oh yeah, it's ticking.
Well, you can
I
go
did
with
want.
it.
I did
Say,
want to
say.
say because we kept talking about pitting. I want to get Remel's take on Jess Hilarious versus Lauren LaRose. Just quickly, because you're on the radio.
Ooh. Well, not anymore, but
Well, you were.
I mean,
Would you have Lauren's or would you
so
have
the thing
Jess's?
is, yeah,
Yes. Okay.
I've experienced. I've been Lauren in that situation,
Right.
where you fill in for someone.
Yeah.
Killed it.
No, you didn't.
No, but it's just, you know, everyone, what is this permanent? Yeah. I was told, can you cover for 3 months? Within 7 weeks, the person was back.
I
Because
Because they heard that
I heard your fire.
the ragers were coming, and they heard that my listenership was up,
Hey.
and they said, "Let me go back to
So
work."
did you leave or did you stay in the seat?
How did you handle that though?
That's why I'm not on that station no more.
Oh.
I said, "This is the last." Oh shit! This is it. You lot asked me to do something I've always wanted, a slot. I've been thinking about. Daytime would be sick.
Yeah.
And I made sure when I was on daytime, I killed it.
Sick tits.
And then it's then cut short. And then there's no prospects of me getting something like that again. I said, I'm done. I showed you I am sick.
Did what
Yeah.
you're supposed to.
The numbers were numbering. And my numbers have always been good. That's why I covered every slot on that station.
Nice.
Yeah, you did.
Everyone said, well, how many days a week are you on? I said, one, guy.
That's why I think I asked you before.
And he said, why are you always on?
Because I'm good. I'm fucking sick.
No one had to tell anyone how. Like, you could hear it.
Yeah.
So for me, and again, that wasn't the only thing, but that was the last straw for me because I was like, you don't know how good I am, and fair enough. Like the person's been there forever, and like that's their slot. I'm fine. I weren't coming for your slot. I was asked, can you cover this slot? I did what I was asked, and then I turned things down because I thought I was doing weekdays for 3 months.
Yeah.
So I turned things down in that time. So now I've lost money.
Lost money.
Because I'm not usually busy in the week.
Yeah.
So I've been turning down hosting jobs and this and that and all that voiceovers. So I've been Lauren, but the reality is Jess came back. So same with me. The person came back, and let's not do like no higgy hagger half show, half this, because I didn't get no half show and half this. And when the person comes back,
Yeah.
And when it comes to renegotiating contracts, then cool. If that person then got your slot, you have to call it what it is. But I kind of feel for Jess because the producer's now your co-host. That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Without communication.
Yeah, like it just doesn't feel right, and it feels like, and that's the problem with the industry. They'll do things on a sly, and it just keep digging at you and digging at you, and that's the thing. If I get it, Lauren's a very good broadcaster, but then she should have her own something.
Yeah, which she's got now.
Yeah, but being pushed out is never fun.
And also, I just think, just to clarify, like, Jess was always saying, she came in vexed at Lauren, and then she's like, you're not the problem. It's the fucking establishment.
Absolutely.
It's the people at the top that are pitting us, and then they're getting their, dicks hard because these two women are kind of backbiting, and actually, you lot are not managing your shit properly.
Yeah.
You're giving these two women misinformation, making them feel awkward, and they're okay. Because listening back, that getting off her chest, getting off her chest, she's flourishing. So you can actually hear now the weight that was on her shoulder.
Yeah.
And her and Lauren are coexisting very fine.
Also, it's also okay to be human. I hate when people are in the comments like, oh, well, she should have handled it. But it's like, we're human beings. That's one thing I don't think also, just as people that are in front of the camera, no matter what colour you are, man, woman, white, black or whatever, you're not given grace. It's like, okay, well, she should have been professional. Well, she probably has been professional, like she said, for the how many months. You're allowed to feel like, wow, is my position going to be... Because technically we're all bloody fucking freelancers. Should someone now come in, you're fucked.
And upends me. And upends me.
Like a year of money. Like, do you know what I mean? But we're always kind of like, okay, should something better come along, then I'm out the door. Or should something else, should another thing come along that people like, then I'm out the door type of thing. So you have this weird thing of wanting to be obviously happy for people that come up, but then managing your own feelings of like, is this person going to replace me?
It's our birthday, it's our anniversary. It's pop a clock. Let's pop some poppers.
Nah, guys. I used my whole diaphragm to get this. Oh my God.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Aside from no dick.
So
who is enemy of progress?
So my enemy of progress is problematic bounties, skinfolk who are not our kinfolk, and people in the public eye who need to have their black card revoked.
Amen.
On the top of the list. I've brought her here many times. Tiffany fucking had it.
Oh, I love... Wait. Oh, no. I thought you're talking about New York.
New York.
Tiffany had it.
What's she done now?
I mean, this is 5 years. Okay.
It's like one of my top problematic bounty.
Does she get no grace from you, my dear?
Zero grace from me.
Oh my God.
No.
Because the grace that she got, she done out a long time ago.
Fair.
On her tours, propaganda country.
Yeah.
That flight was mad.
That was a mad flight.
That was mad.
Very odd.
I want to see it for myself. What do you want to see for yourself, bitch? Showing where you need
that
to
was
be,
right.
Yeah,
Oh, blimey.
I know.
that. And then, like, there's the whole thing of her doing stand-up and cussing the students because they're going on, they're protesting and saying, do you even know anything? Have you worked a day in your life? Like, the whole thing with her doing that stupid skit with the kids. And
that was weird.
She should have been out.
Yeah, that was so weird. And she never got really anything, did
Never
she?
really got... That went away quite quickly.
Her driver, and she was like acting like this is Africa and this is what you do. I've had to give him...
the driver. The smelly driver.
Give him a package so he knows how to wash himself. All this fucking shit.
She
She was surprised about the supermarket.
When she was surprised.
Oh yeah, like, oh my God, the supermarket in Africa. Good gosh.
People don't shop.
Imagine.
She has not been to Maximart in Ghana.
It
was embarrassing.
What'd she do?
Years ago, when Clubhouse was a thing in 2020, and there was
Jesus, that was the time.
That was getting hard on. She was beefing with
Shaka
Bars.
Bars.
Yeah.
What? She beat him?
Because she was basically accusing him of spreading misinformation because he was talking about COVID wasn't real and black.
Oh, okay. I mean,
and then there was like this young Somali doctor, and she was just like, "No, I'm a doctor. Like, this thing is real. This is, what he's doing. He's spreading misinformation." And then randomly, Director X had a room, and then all these celebrities and like Joe Budden was in there, but
COVID was
in there, and she was like going in on this girl, and like the whole space, like the whole room was dedicated to like piling on this young girl, and she was like this young doctor, like British doctor, and she was getting like death threats, and she was getting all sorts of like mad things. She got doxed from all like Shaka Bars' weird fans and Tiffany Haddish, but she was proper like going in.
Oh, Tiffany.
Yeah. So they were doing the whole vaccine thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
vaccine and all.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oh, she's in the bin at the bottom of the seat.
Yeah.
Big weight on top of it.
Oh.
That's where she is. The other bitch. Sorry. Oh, I'm going to be nicer. No, I'm not going to be nicer. The other one is Kemi Badenoch.
Badenoch.
She's bad.
Bad enough.
And just for genuinely a queen sellout.
Yeah.
She sold her soul so much so that she is now
So
part of
much.
the Conservative Party.
Imagine.
Chatting about
Imagine
no
that.
racism in this country.
That's so mad when people say things like that.
Bootstrap
There's
yourself,
no racism.
guys.
What are you talking about? There's no racism. I can go anywhere, be anyone, and do anything. Look at me. I'm Conservative leader. That's because you denounce your blackness and you denounce that there isn't even a problem.
Or she projects a different type of blackness.
Yeah, sorry, that's right.
Sade,
that's
what
correct.
did you call her?
Oh yeah, a vessel.
A vessel of white supremacy.
Yeah.
Most
Shepherd for the devil.
Shepherd
for the devil.
Literally.
Do you guys think that when people are like that, they're trying to just infiltrate a system and then they've got like a bigger plan?
No.
No.
It's not that.
We wish. We
wish. Just accessibility and viability.
Help us.
I think
Like, do you know what I mean?
That would be wonderful.
You would hope.
like the bit a greater thing. Like
Yes.
I got
Yeah.
inside, guys, come in.
Yeah, like there's a bigger plan.
What? You know who I really thought was that guy was Obama. I thought he was going to be president and he was going to be like, what do I do now? And he was going to save all the blacks. And he didn't.
They're not the same.
Kemi
Obama. I've got another one.
Hold on.
talking
Sade's
about my
best
friend.
Obama.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
he follows her on
follows
Yeah.
Bro,
He does. He actually does.
That is
I know,
hilarious.
it's
That is
so
so
random.
lit. What
Yeah.
the hell?
I'm
getting on the plane.
I love that for you.
I don't.
I absolutely love that.
I will say.
Do you just put up like nicer pictures because you know he's following? No, seriously. You know that when your crush is following you, you like accidentally like.
I don't.
Or you should tell him about My Opinion Pod. Like maybe he can chat to his wife.
So you know what it's from? I think it was like Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Simone.
Rest in peace, Simone. Yes, she done a campaign called I'm Possible.
Yeah.
Which was, I think, in conjunction with Michelle Obama, and it happened around that time. So, like, I think,
I wasn't a part. I know the campaign.
And he
Yeah.
followed you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't actually care. I said that's amazing as an automatic, but I literally don't like them.
Have we stepped into
I wanted to
the
find something hatery to say.
It was the right thing to say, but you know when your real self came in, it was like you don't actually even like it. But
your mouth.
yeah, it just came out.
I know.
Kemi
Yeah.
has a problem with timekeeping.
What?
Everybody
Gemini. Is she a Gemini?
Kemi
shut up.
is late for all of the meetings that she has.
serious?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
How do you know?
You know, this is the
released.
beginning. This is
It was released.
this is the yeah.
That is hilarious.
Beliefs that Kemi is pissing off people in the government,
Who said that,
in the
though?
shadow government.
Who said that though? Really?
I saw it. I saw it in right wing media.
Or is it the white people in the party saying?
I
yeah,
believe
Well,
it.
you can't back her.
You know, I'm
But
not
she
backing
ain't-
her.
yeah,
I'm
but
not
you're-
backing
Sounds
her.
like it.
I'm backing the black. I'm not backing her.
You're
I'm
backing
just
black
saying,
people
is that how
time.
they're trying to get her out?
No,
Apparently,
that-
she's late all the
That
time.
sounds like you're trying to be her brethren.
It does. It does.
Nana, a queer.
No.
My next person is Nana, a queer.
No.
Wow.
Hey,
Oh
it's
no.
not fair.
That's actually
She
violence.
needs.
a lot.
I'm just saying her name. Like I'm just saying
She's
it's on my
us.
list.
I am her. It's bad. I'm tethered to
I'm absolutely not. I don't even think she's from
Heavens.
Ghana.
She ain't from Ghana.
She has 100%
She's
from
not.
Ghana.
She isn't from
She
Ghana.
borrowed
She
it.
Wait,
She doesn't even
Nana
look-
Akuya,
her
the
name's-
woman that works with GP.
talking about Kemi.
the lady with the grey makeup on.
Yeah.
That's my whole name. My name is Nana Akuya Jamfi.
Yeah, she's
Every time I hear her name, I cry.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Did you see her?
Why is she your enemy?
I mean, I could list so many reasons. Just her in general. Just if you just
The
look
wig?
at her, like
The wigs,
Yeah.
the
I feel like we
makeup.
had on unapologetic. I think we had a.
No, that was Esther because I was on the episode with her.
No, we had Nana as well.
did
I think we
you?
had.
Did you?
things.
Did you?
What's she like in real life?
Is
No, yes,
is she
someone
not?
said.
We
my
did.
God.
We
Kelechi
did.
said she's been in the space with her.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
Kelechi.
No, but Kelechi didn't say that she's nice.
No, she didn't say she was
Kelechi
nice.
Said
No,
that
Nan.
she was
Nan.
trying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in the
I
end,
think it was her. Yeah, I did.
she had to agree with Kelechi.
Yeah.
Maybe
And then
she
tried to
doesn't
beg
really
for it
think
with
like
it.
that.
Yeah,
But I have a problem with her because if she doesn't really think like that, she's doing it for love.
that part.
Then why are you out here doing that shit? Because there's people out there that are listening to you
Mhm.
and actually paying attention and thinking, okay, yeah, it's true. Black people are bad. Like they say
There is
much-
no racism.
There is no racism. Look at me with my white fiance who's an ex-criminal, blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's all
She's just
fine.
a grifter.
Was she nice? Did you like her? Was she your best friend?
I mean, I was always very professional and unapologetic.
Mm.
Like when Kelechi came on unapologetic, we didn't talk to each other.
And now you're friends.
Don't also talk bad people. No, but now we're really cool. Now we're friends with each other. Yeah, like when Lin May came on, we weren't chatting.
Are you chatting now?
What, me and May?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I was you handled that one well though, because I didn't like no one.
the way
But that's the thing. I never gonna
work.
I don't like to be, because why am I letting people in my business unless I really want people to be in my business?
That's
That's what I'm
fair.
saying, because now why does everyone need to know that we're not
Yeah.
talking? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's finished. Let's leave it at that.
Should we have Candace Owens on this show?
Yeah.
Well, who you asking?
You know she's banned. That's been vetoed.
Sorry, no.
That's been vetoed.
What you mean? As in, she came to London and we were like, let's sit down with her.
Right.
Oh, I would sit down with her.
Yeah,
Would you not?
know you? Yeah, no.
Would you not? Would you not let Candace Owens in the chair? Would
She
you say?
vetoed it.
No.
It's been vetoed.
No.
Doctor.
Yes, I love Dr. Umar.
Absolutely would.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're my two favourite broken clocks.
I would sit down with Katie Hopkins.
I sit down with
She's
her.
No, she'll just waste my time. She'd waste my time.
Is not truly like that.
Yeah, I think she's
When
saying
she was on Big Brother, she was a completely different.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, she was.
I
wasn't
low-key
she?
liked her for a little
Yeah.
while.
Wait, Remel. Dun, dun, dun. Headlines.
She came across well on Big Brother.
She came across
She
very well.
was okay.
I don't watch. And then she came outside and done her.
I've met her. She's not a nice woman.
Oh no, in real life. Yeah,
She's right. She actually admits
Evil.
Because
I've
when
worked on shit that she's been on and
What I'm saying is kind of like what I always think about these type of people is that when you met her maybe for a short amount of time and she was putting on that character.
That's what we
So
got.
like what I'm saying, where there's a space, I can understand there's a space where Remel could, because I don't think people like that. I like that 24/7. There's going to be a moment where you're obviously Louis not the same, but it was like with Louis, people to me like, oh my God, how did you part with Louis? It's like, because I was with him for 24 hours. He can't be like that for 24 hours. There's going to be something where you'll be like, oh, I like that about them. Like what you guys are saying, because you're like, oh.
I do think she says things just to be controversial.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like when she went and she said, I don't like his names that are countries or flowers.
And then her kids are called
Poppy and India.
Yeah. She was literally just making it up.
Yeah,
That shit, bruv.
Yeah,
But she's happy.
up.
She's happy to that beat.
Candace is trying it, but she's trying to revamp you a bit more black now.
Okay.
Is she?
When she came
I
on-
feel like
Yeah.
Candice would be okay.
I thought she was. She is tune on Breakfast Club.
Who?
Yeah, she's trying it. She's trying it.
Who, Candice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
that.
I don't want our platform to be used. That's
No, I hear it.
That's because I know Zeze, you've got heat, like we said, for having people on your podcast and that.
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
in
Yeah,
support
yeah,
of them. But I understand why you would do it, because you want to have that impartial kind of like, this is the only place where we can have this conversation,
Right, yeah.
But then at the same time, I get your stance of like, but I don't want you in my space. So I think there's two sides
or
to
to
it.
think
It's
to
like,
our audience. We're podcasters. I don't see us as journalists. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I don't see that.
Yeah,
I know you're a journalist, but our role as podcasters is beyond
It's like, well, speak for yourself, darling.
You know what I mean? So
That's where we differ.
Yeah.
Because I am way more on the side of, as a podcaster, our platform is more open
more
to
free.
have conversations
Yeah.
with anybody and everybody. And we can gun you when you're on us. You're in our space.
The only thing that's the only thing.
That's the only against us.
That's the only thing where you can never.
I'd like to bring China up.
Thank you.
Because I really like that episode though.
Did you?
That's one of my faves.
Yeah, because Sade was not here for it. You were basically fan of that whole episode.
That was a lot.
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah, it was obvious. But
Never again.
that's fine, but I think that's the beauty of
Oh, so I thought you
podcasts
said
and having
Sade.
different sides.
But it kind of goes back to, because I remember Oprah, there was a thing where she said she decided to change the format of her show when she allowed the KKK to be on the Oprah Winfrey show. And she was like, from that point on, she was like, why am I platforming them?
Yeah.
And that's the bit where you have to have that kind of like, okay, I want to hear your side, but actually, do we? And same thing with like the Jerry Springer show. I don't know if
that documentary. That was
brilliant.
nice.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant
That
doc.
was boring before.
right. And it's like,
Before
as soon
he
as
came
you bring in
on.
the mad chaos,
Yeah.
He was like that.
incest, sleeping with
Farrah.
No, it's a man kissing a donkey. That's my babe.
And that's when it's like, okay. But then Jerry was like, all right. Well, that's not who Jerry was.
Yeah. But it is who he is as well, though.
It is who he is. He likes it.
There's an element of it.
Yeah.
Because even like with me, there's certain times, there are certain things or people will come to me and I'll be like, nah, I don't think I'm going to touch that. Or I'll be like, nah, it's not for me. Because I just think
It's too much.
What's the point? Because I don't actually care what you have to say.
Yeah,
That.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I don't. Yeah, it's like, you know, like there's been a few times. What's his name? The Octavian guys wanted to come, and I was entertaining it, and I was like, oh, do I want to? And then I was like, but. Because I think some things are just he said, she said.
Yeah.
It's like she said, and it's like, so what am I going to get out of it?
Yeah. That's how you have to discern it.
Yeah, and I think with Noel Clarke, like when I did Noel Clarke, I think my conversation, which I said at the beginning, wasn't about whether he did or didn't do it. It was a conversation about the idea of someone just saying you've done something and then that's it, finished. Everything's done. And like that was just a conversation that I was interested in because, you know,
I think he was adamant that it was all false, and so I saw the intrigue, but at the same
ripped me for that. Boy.
Yeah,
oh my god!
And like,
the black journalists, they came from my neck, boy.
It's such a catch-22 because I see your intrigue of like, and that's why we watch these dark, disturbing Netflix docs because we're like,
this is what I said.
Yes,
you
want to know.
To me, there's like, why are you sitting down with him? There's nothing to talk about.
But then we're sitting there,
sitting down watching convicted,
literally
murderers, artists.
But that's the thing.
I mean?
Yeah, I think,
and all these things because
I couldn't do it, but I understand why you would do it.
Well, so no one gets onto Louis Theroux or fucking
but it's Louis.
Or whatever.
Louis. You can't say, but it's Louis when it's us in that space. Because I know that
I have the same sentiment for Louis and Piers and whoever does it. Like, I generally don't believe in platforming people that are going to cause harm.
So do you not watch any true crime?
I do watch some, but it's not in the same way. Like, I think like sometimes there's a genuine interest, but like if I think it's going to harm my community, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes like you're watching true crime, it's got nothing to do with anything that relates to me. Do you know what I mean? So, but if I think it's going to harm my community, then no. Like I really I don't even watch like slave films anymore. I'm not on like you were saying, Audrey, about protecting like your peace and what you can consume. I really think about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I actually digesting? So yeah, I just don't. I'm not here for it. But I understand everyone has different opinions.
Yeah. And I think
it's so important.
I think you have the. Like, I'd honestly say I don't think I have the capacity to do everything.
Yeah.
And emotionally or fear of backlash. And I don't do things just to please people. But at the same time, I'm one of them. I'm quite reflective. And sometimes I'll sit and be like, Rob, was that interview even necessary or good? And so I am very aware of how my job can be taxing on me. Whereas I feel like you're quite good at job, carry on with life. Whereas sometimes my job is, well, you see, I know it's not, I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy because again, like you said, sometimes you get unsolicited abuse just for existing, and that's not fair.
The one that killed me, out of all the interviews that I did where I was like, rah, I can't believe this. And I guess it goes back to the whole kind of like the topic of White Yardie, was the one that I did with Gliz. Do you remember him?
Glizzy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got the
explain it, set it up.
Rinse. So he put out this freestyle during lockdown, and he spoke Yoruba, and it went viral, and everyone was, oh my god, you know how we get excited, and everyone's like, to the barbecue, you can. Like, oh my god, it's like you don't have every other black. There's so many black men around you.
Glizzy's
Yoruba.
white.
Oh, our space.
Right, exactly.
Glizzy, just make it clear. Glizzy is white.
He was white, and he did Yoruba accent. He spoke some Yoruba, and everyone got gassed. Then I don't know what happened. Right. People found old tweets of him basically cussing black girls, and they're talking about if you give black girls head, you're going to get pink eye. All these things, talking about you, going mad. So this was the time I was in the thick of like, Zeze, interview the people that I do wrong, and so they were like, interview him. So I was like, cool, interviewed him, and I just went in on him basically. Well, I didn't think I went in on him that much, and I basically was just, my thing was, you're not black. So why don't you use another language? And they were like, because also, if your old tweets are saying about black women, then why do you need to be using our their language? You know what I mean? Like Nigerian, like why? Because you just cussed them a minute ago. You're saying about, but now you want to, now it's da-da-da-da. And when I tell you, I could not believe the backlash I got
Wow.
Why? Because you
What's the backlash?
I got ripped to the point where I couldn't believe what was happening. I was like, what? And it was by black women. Black women were saying, I made them feel sorry for him.
Oh.
And because of that, I was in the wrong.
Oh.
They said I went too hard on him. They said I went too hard.
No.
And that's when I realized the internet was not real. Can you give them the vim? Yeah, I gave him, because also I was like, why are you why do you spend you should never have done it. It was so horrible. I can't believe. I mean, I think on that video, I got more dislikes than likes. That probably like they were coming for my neck.
But if you were soft, they would have been like,
right.
You would have been soft on
them. You can't win.
That's when I was like, wow. That's when I realized that there's a mad, like, whatever we do, there's always going to be this like inferior complex.
Yeah.
So like without us even realizing, like you feel like I should give, why should I, because he's a white guy, I should give him respect. That's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
If it was a black man, would you be telling me I went too hard?
No. So should we say then all the problematic black women that, or the skinfolk, non-kinfolk, blah, 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 should we give them grace? Because they're just trying to survive in this cool racist world.
No. Do not harm.
They don't need to survive like that.
They're still in the bin.
Two graces.
Two graces.
You get 2 graces.
So 3 strikes and you're out.
3 strikes out.
3 strikes out.
I feel I'm really big on grace. I really am.
So Kemi gets grace from you.
No. Kemi, I mean, I don't.
Kemi
gets no grace.
Does not get no grace.
Don't get
no grace.
By default.
As a black person, when you can stand up on a podium and say there's no racism in the UK,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
0 grace.
So insane.
Candace Owens.
No.
Same.
She does the same thing.
Man,
but I
Stacey
would talk to her.
Yeah, David Lammy, all them type of ones.
She's turned her life around.
Been going through something for 20 years.
No, but she's turned her life around now.
Has she?
She was on drugs. She was an alcoholic.
Yeah, she's.
But hang on, what is her like political stance now?
She's Trump.
Still.
I thought
Diamond and Silk won them past, so we can't talk about them.
Who?
Diamond and Silk, the two.
I don't know who that is.
Everyone's gonna die.
What's wrong with your Diamond and Silk?
I told you, I've been trying to get rid of her since I was 16.
Oh my God.
I got one.
The last one.
Yay.
We got more, but Zeze, you're trying not to leave, innit?
Well,
Where are you going after? Let's get into your business. Where
I've got one more.
Where are you going? A sneaky leak?
Is it? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it a link?
Look how she's smiling.
It's a booty call.
it's actually
Hang on.
first text, and the person said to me, "Your package is out for delivery."
Are they the package?
Is that it's just a long I don't know what I mean.
Is that the new lingo?
I don't know.
My package is directed. Where the fuck?
They said your package is out
Delivered by
delivery.
We're not in that sort.
every.
Delivered. Went in. That's what my package is saying.
So my package is out for delivery. Hello,
I like that. Let's go.
I'm about to unwrap that shit as soon as it gets through my door.
You're gonna wrap.
So would he be waiting outside?
No, he's
got a key.
first of all, no. Okay, guys, let's not do.
I know.
You know, he's got a key. I'm like, no, not key. I got 5 minutes.
You ain't got 5 minutes.
No,
You're here.
No, I got 5 minutes because
15 minutes ago.
the package is on the way.
It doesn't matter. Like, they can wait on.
I can't do that.
You're with the auntie.
No,
Mercy cake.
And
Okay.
also, and also, remember, I said hard 9.
You did.
Yeah.
I allowed
hour.
you. I checked in.
Right.
But hold on, but it's time for an auntie vention.
Okay,
But
cool.
in reverse.
Okay.
You know reverse.
You
No.
guys are gonna give us advice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Who's going first?
We want advice from you guys.
We want advice from you guys, because we want you to stage an auntie vention for the
Okay, cool.
aunties.
Yeah.
You go first, okay.
Oh, God. Okay, you go first.
I could go first. Okay, so sometimes I'm shy. How do you...
whole sexy thigh.
I know, but sometimes I'm shy. I feel like I'm an extrovert in front of the camera, but in my day-to-day, I'm an introvert.
Oh.
Like, how do
I
you...
thought you were going to say something else there. I was going to be like, well, sis, if you just get... I'm joking. Look at the camera. But
and I feel like a lot of that like stems from like imposter syndrome and that type of thing. Like, have you guys ever dealt with that kind of thing? What advice would you give to someone that is suffering from that? And like, how do you get people to understand that, you know, you are two types of person? That's 3 questions.
Yeah, I hear that. I feel like sometimes we feel like we have to be like in a box, and that box means that you have to just exhibit one type of personality. Like, it's actually okay to be different things. Like, it's okay to come alive when the camera's on and then be a little bit more reserved, because it's a lot of energy sitting in front of these cameras talking week on week. And so if it means that when you go home in your personal life, you're a little bit reserved. So I wouldn't like give yourself grace for that. That's not a bad thing. But in terms of the imposter syndrome, that one you've got to get out the door, because you're not an imposter. You're in a space because you earned it. And I feel like sometimes, especially as Black women in these spaces, we're so grateful for things, and it's just like, no, this is an exchange. Like, even when you're negotiating these contracts and getting money and stuff like that, it's just like you're almost so grateful for the opportunity that you almost like lower your value.
100%.
But you don't need to do that. Like, there's a reason they've come to you. There's a reason why you're doing this. There's a reason why people listen to the show, love it, gravitate towards it, engage in it. And what I loved so much about this platform is like how hard you guys go. You're always working. If it's not Instagram live, it's YouTube live. If it's not the show, it's consistent. Like, and I love that. I love consistencies, and you're part of this. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just give yourself a pat on the back, and whatever space you're in, you earned it. No one gave it to you.
Right.
Very lovely.
Go on, girl.
That is
He wants to
important.
next.
All right, so you guys have been around for a very long time, and we was very intentional with who we wanted to celebrate with us as well. And I respect you guys' journeys. I want to know the hard times when conflict comes around, because we have it from time to time.
No.
How you actually, maybe you can give some advice on how you deal with it in hindsight. Like, what would you change? What would you do better? No, we're 5 years in and we haven't had a lot of conflict, but as things go along and your business makes more money, what advice would you give us?
I feel like only Audrey. I'm a solo dolo, so I don't have
Is
conflict.
that for
with
a
others.
reason?
No, I feel no. I think I am. I think like when I was doing a lot of stuff with Lynn, that was because we were both quite
Determined.
Yeah, and we're both quite big characters. We're both quite headstrong. We were both quite headstrong. So that was a lot of like back and forth, a lot of time. So I don't, and obviously you know what happened with that. So I don't think I'd be the right person to be. But no, so I think Audrey probably.
And that's okay. Like, I feel like part of growth sometimes in Zeze's situation is understanding that actually this can't work anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, and I feel like sometimes you're beating a dead horse by doing a formula that doesn't work. And sometimes for progress and growth to happen, you actually might need to be solo.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You might need to get rid of someone. Like,
Leave.
someone might have to go. Do you know what I mean? For things to elevate and go to the next level. But I also want to say it's normal. And I feel like sometimes people put that on women especially.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like if you have a disagreement, it's like some petty, bitchy thing. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it purely is professional. But when you have friendship at the core, I think that's important to remember, why you even started doing this. Because working with your friends is not easy. Like, you're trying to navigate 2 different types of relationships.
Yeah.
And so, like, what might make someone a great friend might necessarily be like a weakness in like your professional life.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I feel like just having that understanding and that grace, and like something that I think works really well with Tolly and I, apart from like the great chemistry in front of the camera, is the great chemistry behind the camera. Like, I'm really, really big on like not being a useless part of the team. Like, I can't, like, even though I've had my daughter and stuff like that, I could use that as a crutch, but I really believe I don't. Do you know what I mean? It's like I try and make it work as much as I can, and I don't really want to like use it as an excuse. Sometimes it is. Do you know what I mean? But because I feel like I give so much, when I need to use that, it's because I genuinely need to use it as a real thing, like an excuse. But I just think, just understanding everyone's existence outside of this thing, but most importantly, like, you have a friendship at the core, and that's actually what radiates in front of the cameras. And so everything else is kind of irrelevant. And I just think constant communication is important as well. Just talking about things, like when you feel away, don't let it fester, get it out. And I feel like the more you let things build up, the harder it is to communicate. And so, yeah, I just think it's not easy at all. Like, you're managing different types of personalities. Everyone's got different strengths. But again, those differences are what make for an amazing show.
Facts.
So don't beat yourselves up and don't think that you always have to have this perfect working friendship relationship. It's not normal. It's not natural. And people have 9 to 5s. We have 9 to 5s, and you don't get on with all your colleagues.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So why would people think that because you do something that seems like fun, it would be the same? So yeah, that's what I'd say.
Right. Words.
So I would like some advice, please, because I have started doing this health thing and I'm really like quite proud of myself. You know, cut out bare food, cut out bare drink, lots of good things. The one thing I cannot do is get my ass to the gym. Or even exercise at home, or even be motivated to go for a walk. Like,
get a good looking instructor. Get a good looking PT. Just get a good looking PT.
No, because I know what PT do. My cousin was a PT and he was PTing.
Yeah, I can't stand PTs.
Why?
I don't like someone telling me what to do.
Yeah, but that's what they're there for.
I hear it. My cousin used to say, because he trained us a few times, and he was basically like, if you're not vomiting, then it's not worth it.
Nah, that's insane. That's not PT.
That's the
you get some like eye candy or something to keep you like.
Going to be like, I can't do it.
Do you know what?
Then they help you.
This is going to sound so like, community, but find something you like, you know? Because like, I started doing a thing called Fight Club, and it was just a bunch of women. It's sick, like drum and bass music.
Wait, sorry. Tell me more.
Or fight
Club.
Actually
fighting and
fighting.
dance to jungle.
But what do you do?
But it's boxing.
Oh my God, you know what? Continue.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
So I struggle, like I've always had a fitness background, but I fell out of love of like the hardcore stuff because I'm like, it's long, like same thing. So you literally have to do something that's fun with people that you like. And then the instructor was sick, like he would rap MC on the mic. And so it's literally like a rave. And like when I say we're raving, but then he'll like do a combo. So he'll be like, okay, a skank. And then jab, cross, up.
Oh, no, this is
me. This is me.
And how often does it happen?
So it's every day.
Oh,
Where it's south,
I
innit?
can't lie.
It's in south,
it's everywhere. There's one in Soho, there's one in Romford, there's one in Hertfordshire, there's one in Brighton.
Soho's
Brighton.
They were the two that I went to. So I went Soho because like if I was in Central, I'd go there, and then Romford one's not far from my house. So yeah, like it was. I've actually stopped going.
What time of day do they do this?
They do morning, they do afternoon, they do evening. So like, literally, there's another one that I started going to called Box London. There's one in South Woodford. There's one, I can't remember the other. But there's a lot of communities of boxing, drum and bass, and like they do like things in the summer. So, and it's all, majority of the people in the class are black women. So I found my people. Like we've all got a group chat now. Like I don't even go there anymore.
Oh, nice.
To be fair, my favourite instructor left, so I left. We did a little like protest. So, but that's what I'm saying. We loved him so much that we were like, nah, this is a vibe. Our people, we all love that. And a lot of the women are different ages, young, 40-somethings, 50-somethings, and they'll meet up, go raving, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's all about finding your community. I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. Yeah, I'll send you the link.
That sounds fun because I'm not like, I'm going to go to the gym and run on the treadmill. I'm not going to do that.
Bye, Zeze! Thank you. Take care. But
I like the sound.
Yeah, I think finding your people always helps. Like, and maybe it means going to trials and all that kind of stuff. Like I'm a free trial kind of person. Yeah, like, I'll try the free thing.
Yeah,
and
Audrey, how do you say that? What do you do?
I'm exactly like you. Exactly. I always have them. I always want to do it, but I just cannot do it. But the problem with me is I don't have the discipline when it comes to food either. Like and alcohol. Like I'm just.
Oh no!
So bad. I don't give up anything. I indulge all the time.
You don't take Lent or anything, or Ramadan or anything?
No, I'm doing Lent at the moment. But
what did you
give up?
I gave up ordering groceries off of like delivery.
Okay.
That's getting out. It was getting disgusting.
I should have done.
Do you know what it is?
Though?
I feel like, not to give you bad vibes for later on in life, but as I've got older, because you're describing my life. I am someone that I like to eat. Eat what I want, and I like, and I'll have a big portion.
And she gets hangry.
All right, chill. But she's not wrong. Like when we go on holiday, I say to them, I give them warning. I say I'm gonna need to eat soon. I give them warning.
Time is breakfast.
Yeah.
Like, why?
And I'll say things like, "Remember, I told you half an hour ago that I need to eat."
Yeah.
So,
It's very scary.
But what I've realised as I've got older and I'm heading to I'm in perimenopause and all of that kind of thing, my body's not responding in the way that I'm used to.
Yeah.
So for me, I've got a lot more discipline with being able to cut out foods and stuff, but my body doesn't want to go to the gym. That's the part that I'm struggling with. Because I even did this thing. I bought this calisthenics thing. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. Wait, the thing that you're hanging and... Is it calisthenics?
No, it's like
your own body weight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hanging.
Yeah.
So I've bought all these. No, but I've bought all these things. I've signed up to all these schemes. Like there was this scheme during Christmas, and I bought it, and it was like 12-week program. Come and do this, and it was like 50% off. Actually, it was 95% off because it cost me.
Well, they were giving it away.
It cost me £6.99, right? And it was like you'll do it for 12 weeks, yeah, every day, right? Did I do it? I did it one time. And then I got a reminder saying, "Oh, do you want to do this?" And then I went to cancel it. I said, "I'm not paying the £50, like the £90 or whatever it is." And then they said, "Oh, you can do it for £10." I was like, sign up for it. Have I done it? I still haven't done it.
When I'm in a gym, I'm a machine. But it's like getting I'm like, I can go for it. I'm gonna go, and I kick into I forget that I'm actually quite competitive in that space, and I can do it. But if I break routine once, it's a wrap. I'm on it. When I'm in there, I'm like, oof. Actually, there was a sexy guy in the gym the other day.
That's always motivation, then.
But then I was like, I have to take my mind off it. When people say I'll go to the gym and I feel conscious, I'm like, no, because everyone's doing the same. There's some people doing the absolute most. There was a man on the stirrups doing a push-up and a swing and a push-up. And I'm like, fuck you, but I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to get weights. I'm going to do my thing. You can swing on the fucking ropes. I'm going to do my thing. I can do it, but if I break it, it's a wrap. It might take me a week to get 2 weeks, a month to get back into it.
I just feel like my body's lied to me. I feel like that's what
because you always say svelte.
Yeah.
And
I could be like, I'm just going to cut out potatoes for a week and then I'll be all right. And now my body's like, fuck you, Farrah.
But that's the thing to say to like 20-year-olds, because definitely
I say it to my
throughout my whole 20s, it was so easy. I could just, and although I had the whole thing of I was fat, I thought I was a size 18, but I was a size 10. Apart from that, I could say, oh my God, I need to shrink my belly and not eat donuts. And I would be skinny enough again. But nah, it changes. I think it's like late 30s.
It's 30.
Word to the wise, guys.
It starts at 25, I think.
Yeah,
25. At 25, I changed, but I changed for the better because I felt like I was too skinny before. So at 25, I was like, I've got some curves here. This is all right, isn't it? But then I continued to eat like I was 19.
Yeah.
And then I continued to do that. But when you get to 35, I think, and then when you bust 40, blood clot fire.
Yeah.
But then people say it's even worse when you're in your 50s.
My friend that's 50, she is telling me. You are.
Yeah.
But I remember being 25 and starting. I remember going to say, I need to do this because I want to look good when I'm 50.
But because you look good.
You have to continue.
I mean, you do look good.
Yeah.
You do. You're not. I mean, you're not bad. Love.
I think it's like a personal. It's about what you feel, and also as well, like I would just encourage everyone to get their blood checked.
Yes.
I did recently, and I've got high cholesterol. And since I've put on weight, like most people know me at this size. They don't even know that I was smaller before. Yeah. So annoying. But like, everyone always told me, oh no, you look good. You're curvy. Like, yeah, but at the same time, my blood is
your health is telling you that.
No,
I'm not
it's
healthy.
not.
It's
not always helpful to hear those things.
Yeah, it's true.
You need, if you see, like, do you know what I mean? There's a change. You need to get it checked out. Like,
and if you look at your parents as well, because that's the other thing that's kind of like forcing me to be a bit healthier as well. Like my family, we got high blood pressure, we got high cholesterol, we got like diabetes, we got it all in my family, and I'm just like, I need to nip this shit in the bud because my grandparents did it too late.
It is age. Age comes with wisdom, and you're like, because I never knew nothing about weight because I was a stick until I had my child. I blame her, and then I appreciate my bunda that I've developed in later life. I love it. Well done. However, I can't eat the way I used to eat, and I don't understand my body. I don't know what works because I never was a dieter. I was never like, oh shit, I need to trim for this because I was always trim. Till I popped out this human. Then everything went.
But that's early 20s. So you had a whole load of years.
But I didn't even think. Do you know what? To be fair, I didn't think about my size because I was always like, I didn't know. And that's the conversation that I say to my daughters, like, just stay trim. Don't get into this kind of body dysmorphia. Don't think of anything because she's had a bit of that. You know, young people, they get like, oh, I'm fat and this and that. And she got COVID weight with her partner. There's that reality, like being in a relationship.
That ain't even COVID. You're in a relationship.
Relationship
you
weight.
put on weight.
Yeah.
It's just what happens. You are going to put on weight because you find you don't know how much a man eats. And then you're with there, and you think this is a normal. That's a normal. You just think that's a normal, especially when you've been in your mum's house and then you move out. Definitely 24, when we lived together, and it was like I could buy biscuits, and my brother isn't gonna eat them, and I'm eating them. And then it's like I would then put on jeans. It's like, shit, these jeans don't work. They don't fit me no more. You don't know because he's eating more. He's eating all the biscuits too. Yeah. We're able to have mountains of food because there's no parent to be like, why are you eating that? We can buy shopping and finish it in 3 days. Yeah. Our money. Yeah. It's like there wasn't anybody to say like, why are you eating?
Do you not have the same in your relationships, eating together?
My husband's a feeder. It's so ridiculous. Yeah.
Taste this. I don't want to taste it. No, he's always trying to force me to tasting.
My husband likes cooking and he'll cook big batches. Yeah. And he'll be like, he'll pile it on and he was like, oh, is that enough? I'm like, oh, that's 2 people. I said, remove some of this food. And like recently he's been obsessed with like hard food. So he'll be making like stewed chicken, dumplings, plantain, and it's nice, like boiling all this food. And I'm like, rah, I'm about to sleep for the whole weekend. Like, why?
Stop cooking this one.
Yeah, it's good. But I'm like, bro, can we eat something a bit lighter tomorrow? Like he really likes heavy foods. And
I get ya.
I like it.
Speaking of a wonderful man that gives you joy and love and support.
Jesus Christ.
As an older woman, I'm asking for a friend, not asking for me.
No. It's definitely for you.
It's not for me, it's for my friend. Jaquia Wampy. You know that girl?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, just asking for her. She's like, well, as an older woman who's single, where and how do I find a man who, how does she find a man who's handsome, successful, can match her beauty and success and high sex drive? Where should a woman go to find?
These lot are married.
I know. I possibly should have asked Z and D's left.
Since 2018.
You've been married?
But we've been together since like 2009.
Oh, because you can't help me.
Yeah.
Married
together
people.
still
know.
Before dating
All right, hold on. Audrey, do you have a friend? Do you have a cousin, an uncle, a brother? Remel, do you have a cousin, an uncle, or a brother? Help a chick out.
I'm trying to think, do I?
Ask, Jaquia needs help.
Okay, where do you find them? Okay, same answer. Find your community. Go to your social.
Where's your cousin? Your brother? Why is there no cousins or brother? Why is there none?
Not put up anymore. Like,
no, what the hell?
That's true. No,
I'm not a big fan of matching people up.
Why?
It doesn't always go.
It goes wrong.
Yes.
Why? That's your fault. Why are you matching wrong people to the wrong people?
No. I just don't do it. I stay out of it.
My husband loves doing single friends though. Like,
yeah.
That you would recommend to Jaquia?
Oh no, women. I have single women, females.
Yeah, of course you do. No, of course you do. I have them.
The thing is, like, even like my husband likes trying to match up his friends.
He has to call me.
And
Jaquia.
For me to tell Jaquia.
For your friend Jaquia, yeah. But I feel like everyone's searching, and I feel like there's a lot of expectations of what the perfect partner is. And so people, even if you do set people up, they'll find, a lot of people do find negative.
So you're blaming the singles.
A little bit.
You're blaming the singles, yeah?
Just settle in it.
Wow.
Please. Just settle.
You sound
Thank you, Audrey. Ask her.
What about that?
What about that?
Because if I was single, I would.
Is it?
I wouldn't be on that.
Oh my God, would you?
I wouldn't be on that.
I'd be like, if you can trust the internet with your banking details, a man ain't no.
Have you been on the app recently?
Yeah, the app's
But you know, can I tell you something? You see the difference? You see that when I'm on internet banking and it tells me that there's no money in my account.
Why?
I know that there's no money in my
Why?
account.
Truth is told.
If I go on a dating app and the man tells me that he's got money in his account, he ain't got no money in his account.
Now I'm there.
No,
I think marriage advice. I love it.
I honestly don't mean settle because I don't feel like anyone should settle, but I do believe in compromise. And I feel like a lot of relationships. Yeah, like I'm a very 50-50 person. And
What Gabrielle Union said wasn't wrong.
Well, she.
Wait, what was it she said?
She
backtracked.
what is it?
I wish we could get the clip. We need to get the clip.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
when we
But what did she first say?
She backtracked.
She first said
50-50, but I think all the stuff is circumstantial.
Yeah.
My day.
Yeah, and
was
it's
talking
day
about
by day,
that.
and it's just like, it's not that straightforward, and that's why I really hate relationship content.
Yeah.
I hate,
Really?
especially a lot. I say that, and I do a whole talk about relationships and love on my podcast all the time. I hate the preachiness of it, and I hate the fact that it's been commodified because it is so nuanced and it's so subjective. There isn't a one size fits all.
Absolutely.
And I'm just really not about this whole protector versus I'm not into that.
Yeah.
It goes up.
I just think it's just a nonsense. Like I always say about this whole femininity thing, no one can sell it to me because it's something you possess. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that people are selling courses on it, I just find that insane. And you get a lot of these influencer girls that are doing God knows what, that live these lifestyles and they're selling these courses talking about be more feminine and then you can get what I have. And it's like, you're not telling the truth about how you're acquiring these things.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's got anything to do with femininity or masculinity. We all possess it. It's just about having balance and how you use it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm just really not here for it. And not that I'm saying that 50-50 is the right way to go. Me personally, I'm just not prepared for the exchange that comes with it. And we often don't talk about that side of things.
So what should Jaquia do?
I agree with Remel, but I'm not saying settle.
Yeah, settle's not the word.
That's not the word. I don't think anyone should settle. I definitely think you should find your equal. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Otherwise, the problems do present themselves later when you don't.
Yeah.
But I do think that, and again, this is not even about Jaquia, this is just in general. I just think that sometimes the person is in front of you and you don't even know it, because I think that we're so bombarded by hearing what we're supposed to have in a relationship.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you that? I really can't with what you're saying. I can't. Go on, you fault.
You know what? Married people always say it's
Right
You know what? Even
right now.
me and my husband, we weren't together. We met, we dated, it didn't work. Then a few years later, we met, and that's when it started. So I feel like I'm not saying that it could be an ex or it could be a past, but
in the block.
Sometimes been the block.
Listen,
but
I've been in the block for 13 fucking years. Got me nowhere.
Oh. But at the same time, I think there's different levels of people change, people grow. So it could even be someone that you used to know.
I'm not gonna lie.
Go on.
This advice is.
So what do you want me to say?
Jaquia said, Jaquia, can you please ask the girls how
to be fine?
Listen, get your little black dress.
You know what
Hit the club this weekend.
It is also, as you two are successful black women in relationships that are thriving and flourishing and successful in their own right, it is a thing, because it's a narrative out there that when you're successful black women, and it seems that black women are achieving greater heights at a faster rate than the black counterparts, and when you stay rolling in the black, staying in the black. I date Jaquia dates black only.
Yeah, that's going to be my next advice.
What, date outside your race? You know when can I just say, when Oprah Winfrey did that episode, I was so vexed, because I hate that black women specifically. I've never heard a show where someone says, now, white girl, you can't get a man, so can you go and find a black man or an Asian man? Black women always get told not to stick inside.
But they don't have the same issues as
Yeah.
men.
I understand.
I think she was coming from what
Place
she
of love?
thinks is a good place.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
You
was
know
just
what I mean?
upset because it hurt me.
Like, yeah.
We're generally taught to stay in.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else is kind of like,
Be free.
be free.
But are they though?
Not always.
No.
Definitely depends.
Brown people, maybe not.
Yeah.
White people, be free.
So my advice is,
I don't know where to meet these people.
Soho House membership.
Jaquia definitely has one of those. She's always in there.
Just, hang
I
up.
think Jaquia has problems seeing things though as well. Like,
No,
Jaquia
fuck
doesn't
all of
always
that.
know.
Because also,
I'm
her
talking about
friend,
Jaquia.
Wara,
Yeah, why are you so protective?
her best friend Wara also has the same problem and also creates scenarios that are not there because Wara and Jaquia are outside together most times. Aren't they?
Damn.
Not finding partners.
Are you going to weddings? Are you going to christenings? Are you going to
I've got a wedding to go to. One of my college friends is getting married.
be your best dress on?
Could do it. Hey, who?
No,
I'm not coming.
No,
Do
because
people find people in
I
weddings?
am.
Maybe.
I'm actually concerned about where he's going to put me. Like, if he's going to put me on a singles table.
Ah.
I'm definitely concerned. And I'm going on my own.
I'm coming.
Oh yeah, you're on the
That'd be a
singles
good
table.
thing, no?
Hmm.
Like the singles thing, because then you're going to be with other singles.
Not if they went to college
Wait,
with me.
can you tell him I won't come?
I can tell him, you're going to pay for your plate.
You have to pay for your plate.
No, you don't.
Oh.
No.
Damn.
you
Maybe
don't.
the after
Oh,
six.
right,
Yeah,
right.
maybe do that. You don't have to pay for your plate, but you know, like,
Hello.
Oh, if you invite
Oh,
someone,
no,
yeah.
I
yeah.
don't have to
him.
pay for the plate.
I know who it is.
It's the after six crew.
I might tell him.
Nah, sometimes even then,
Yeah,
it's like
because I am a little bit
I
like.
don't know why you're publicly.
inviting people to someone
He's
else's.
not my bedroom. To be fair, he's not my bedroom.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't want us to be like Farrah. We're gonna be like Farrah.
Get married.
Huh?
It's a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, this-
When am I really?
So I'm saying I'll be man them there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there will be guys there.
That's
There will
why.
be. See, that's what I say. Weddings.
Okay.
Wedding. No.
Weddings may be a good place. As I
Weddings
said, remember
probably
people
are.
on their cycle too.
What-
Yeah.
A lot of
What do you
divorces.
want me to
Wait, what cycle?
Nana said that there's a lot of divorces pending, so we should just be waiting.
And it's
Nah, it's real though.
already trained.
Because even the 35-year-olds are on their new.
Exactly. See?
The ones that got married at 25.
Can I tell you what's happening to them?
Would you?
Would you date?
Would I? Or
I mean,
Jaquia.
Sorry, would Jaquia, would she date younger?
Jaquia.
Would Jaquia date younger?
Jaquia, would you date younger? Hold on, let me text her.
I'm still dating younger though, because I find that you're saying that about cycles and stuff like that, but all the men that I know that are like our age group that are now
Innit?
newly single,
Okay.
they are dating 25 and up.
Raw.
I'm telling you straight, like it's quite disturbing to me. They are dating like 20 years younger than them.
Joe Budden, on his podcast, he was saying to the gang, talking about Vivica Fox, apparently she had the BBL or something like that.
Oh, it's
And they were
bad.
Did she?
that part.
Oh,
But he was like, is she he said to Mel, she's competing with the 25-year-olds. And Mel was like, as the only woman in the room, was like, no, she's not. She's not competing. And then I was watching thinking, yeah, she probably is. Because the men were arguing that the men that Mel would be looking at are looking at the youngers. So, of course, someone like Vivica is going to be thinking, them young upstarts, let me try and get body ready so I can at least try and compete.
I don't
Oh, that's
No.
wild.
You don't
don't
agree?
think so.
No, you don't think she's
So what'd you get the
It's not
BBL
even
for?
with younger.
No.
What? So
Don't
you're
think-
saying Vivica's in competition with like
No,
a
I'm not
30-year-old?
saying. Joe Budden was saying, and he argued with Mel, and Mel said what you're saying, that no, she's not competing with younger women. Joe Budden says yes, because because Vivica is single, she is looking at the dating pool, and in her industry especially, who is her competition in regards to getting the man that might suit her? Those men, as far as just saying,
Her
are
own
looking
age group.
younger.
Yeah.
They're not looking for,
Not all of them are.
not all of them,
no,
but it might
yeah.
be a bit
It's a
tighter.
certain type
or-
of man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think
Yeah.
she's not.
There
so
are
you
other
think
men
she's not.
out there. Like, if you watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, like Angela and Charles, like, do you know what I mean?
Where did she find
Like,
Charles?
Yeah, how did they?
She's 62.
Angela's
Yes.
62.
She's
yes.
62.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
She has a
Yeah.
19th
She's
nose.
got a
Like
19th
like
nose.
like pin.
Oh,
I didn't coin it. Shamia did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That is actually.
Yeah.
Now I know what that means.
But
That
her
makes
body
sense.
is banging.
Did she get
Her
snatched
body is
for
banging.
Like,
the...
her body's a BBL though.
Huh?
Is it?
No, she's
It's
got.
not real.
She's definitely done her breast.
All of them have got their
Yeah,
boobs.
do you know what I mean? But her husband is in the same age range, and they've been married for 10 years.
Okay.
So like this is at the later end of her life.
Okay,
do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So she's not competing with young. That's the man that she wanted. Like, do you know what I mean? And they're together. So you can't assume that. That's a very misogynistic.
She's competing with the women in that space. Like, so let's say, like Beyonce's mum. Like, it's that class of people, and there's a whole load of men that are there. Tina, no, sorry. Yes.
Cynthia as well.
It's like that older
Cynthia's
bad.
She can be with them trying to look like the cutest of them. But okay, I hear it.
For real, it may be healing, but I just think that when we saw it could be, so maybe that's why it looks a bit crazy.
Then wait, innit? Yeah, go a little in hiding for a little bit.
Oh my God, have you guys heard that BBL smell?
No.
What?
Of what? They stink.
Because I don't know anybody. I know people with them, but I can't
get into the crevices.
Yeah.
When you're not used to basically you've
got new dip.
You're not used to having to part and clean. Then you're going to start.
I think again, I just think this is might be nonsense. Might just be men with microphones.
No, I saw like nurses saying, there's smell.
Watch yourself. So wait, it's the crevices, not the actual implant.
Well, people, there were two camps. There were some people saying, actually, it's like your fat tissues kind of forming together and it smells. And so you must like start bathing with bleach.
Hey.
And then that will take away the smell.
Nah, that's crazy. That one.
Remove that.
Bleach.
Allegedly.
Propaganda.
Bring back Dettol baths.
Let's not.
That's what they were saying. That's what they were saying.
I don't know how this works. Shakira, find a fucking man. How did we get here?
Yeah, how did we get here?
So, in conclusion,
They don't know.
Not settle.
Don't settle. Oh, that sounds so bad.
but the thing is,
I think you should have everything. I think you should have everything.
Yeah.
I was going off on a tangent. That's a whole different topic. I think that you should have everything you want. Everything Jaquia wants. Oh my God.
But if you can't find him, then what?
also, you're really saying vague things.
You know what Oprah said one time? I was young and I heard Oprah say this, and she said, your man may not come in the package that you've always wanted.
Fine.
But the right person could be there. And I took that. When I was watching her, I was like, being open to a buzz. But they may be the right guy.
So wait, she's saying Stedman's buzz?
Do you take the rich butters? Rich butters?
Yes, you would.
And you
You're not
conjugal.
Bruh.
You
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
You date a past guy?
If he's rich.
And you
Nah.
With
I couldn't.
in the bedroom.
Huh?
You take him outside?
What? He's rich.
Nah, but...
Ah.
Nah.
Are we being told?
I'm just saying that's what
Jaquia.
Oprah said.
I think like also as well, like when pretty guys, I have dated a lot of pretty guys
Yeah, man.
in my time.
Mhm.
And there's issues that come with it. There's stuff.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Not just
about
Like
pretty.
when a guy's like a medium ugly, do you know what I mean? Like it's a bit easier to manage sometimes.
A mug.
No, but then you're settling.
Yeah.
This goes back to what?
So, to be fair,
You're settling. He's buzz.
I'm 80%. If I can get 80% of what I want, then
Yes,
And that's
same.
compromise.
it's
So
not,
what?
That's a
So everything I said was right.
No, shit.
It was.
Jaquia's not going to be happy with you.
I said,
Jaquia's going to be texting you.
No, but she was
Maybe
asking where did she find them? You guys didn't ask.
listen, I can't tell you that
Don't know
part.
where they are.
I can't tell you that.
I have said it. I've said there was a percentage in prison because they
In
they
prison?
appear in stats.
Christ.
I'm just saying you.
Prison. Wow.
What is happening?
In prison.
Percentage.
The bar is
What?
in hell.
Hell. The bar is closed.
That's where we know they was.
Yo.
We know that they're there.
Stores upside down.
Conjure. What they call? Conjure.
Get out of my pub. Just get out of my pub.
Do we ever visit Zeze?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Did you
Different
hear
level.
that? No, they don't.
Yes. So that was going to be an answer.
After God
He killed his wife on conjugal video. How the fuck did you get so?
Yeah, how you get away?
And they want to talk about
But have none of you
those are the men that you
headed into the TikToks where the women are live and they're talking about their partners in prison?
Yeah.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of them.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to prison, babe?
Never.
Oh, I've never.
Oh, Sade has.
I have lived.
Me too.
Never.
But not
Nah.
with that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Was he out when you met?
Wrote
to someone? Was you going?
I didn't go on a visit, but I was writing. And to
You
be
know him
fair,
before?
I was
She had to.
yes.
Okay.
But I was way too young. And my dad caught the letters.
Of course, it had a big old stamp on it.
Felton Bay.
Yeah.
My friends had a couple of
I
Felton
think
Bays.
so. Yeah,
I had a
so I
Felton- I had a
my
Bay.
friend. So I sent it. So this is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like you can't. Like you have to be careful who your kids are around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
her
it's
mum let
normalised,
me
isn't it?
send the
Yeah.
get the letter sent there.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible.
That's
terrible.
to be
I
fair.
was in
That's
a prison
really
bay.
bad.
I was
going
someone in
to see
prison.
people in jail.
Yeah.
You
just go.
Like, if it's your friend, then
I was like
Goes-
a prison visitor.
but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a bae. Like,
There was a time when we're visiting friends.
I
with
mean,
prison.
not just like local,
No,
but,
I'm
you
talking
know,
about-
family, friends.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Family and friends fair, but bae?
Wait, is that a black
So
thing?
much
No,
out of you
because I've not
as like
been to
any
prison.
boyfriend for me.
Hold on, wait.
Ain't
Hands
free.
up if you've been to prison to visit somebody.
No, no.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Only three of us. Okay, so it's not.
No, like, yeah, from what I know, family members have been
too
to
many.
prison.
But you've never been to a prison.
I ain't been there.
So it's
No,
just me and
too
you.
many.
Oh, rah.
Too many.
Yeah, I've been.
Up and down this fucking country.
Yeah, I've been a few.
Really?
Yeah, man.
And a women too.
Yeah, women in prisons too.
They pat you down when you're going in and stuff.
I went to Holloway.
Oh,
I
yeah.
went to
Oh,
Holloway.
I can't tell this.
I never
Pat
went
you
to
down.
Holloway.
No, not more. Sorry. The way she said it was light work. But no, yes, it's
It
not that
depends on
deep.
the prison.
It depends on the prison.
Sometimes you go.
No.
No, not that.
Not that deep, but they do-
It depends on the prison.
Yeah.
Like if you go to a Cat A,
High, yeah.
it's a bit different.
High
What do
security.
they do?
Like it's not like they fucking tell you to undress or nothing like that.
Yeah,
But they
Like,
don't
if
want you
go
bringing
to-
You want to search.
Going to film is light work.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Mm.
It's light work.
Going
But
Pentonville.
going to Pentonville or going like
Yeah.
even Holloway was
Yeah, that's my end.
Yeah.
like going
Hollywood's
to
a lot.
certain prisons.
That's a
you know,
dry pass there.
I'm shocked.
I didn't know where prison or family
But some of them as well, you go in, like,
Wow.
you get checked so many times.
Yeah.
Like, how are you still checking me? And then you go past and they stamp you and you're like, you know I'm a woman, right?
Yeah.
They're like, I don't care.
And also, there's moments like when the dogs are about.
Dogs are
they're sniffing
about-
at people.
yeah.
I've seen someone get taken out, but someone was passing.
I've seen
something.
fights. I went Aylesbury.
Jesus.
When I went to Aylesbury, they were the man them were throwing chairs in the air. We were like, what the fuck?
In the
Right.
visit?
Yeah. The visit got lock off.
Everyone gets locked
Yeah.
up.
I mean, it should.
There's someone in the prison bus you get on. Sometimes there's a prison bus.
There's a bus
Nah, you lot have been way too many times.
Yeah.
What the hell?
to take you like you're in an airport.
if it's a far out one, yeah.
Yes, a lot.
Some real,
It's a different life.
real
And
life.
then listen, then there's some prisons that you go to and it's all right, and
It's
then you're
open.
like, wow, is this prison?
Yeah.
All hunky dory.
When they're on the way out. Like,
God.
decat, innit?
DCAT.
You
When
don't
I
know the
watched Prisoner
categories.
Cell Block H, I did actually want to be like B. I wanted to be
Top dog.
it wasn't like I wanted to go, but if I went, I was gonna try and be the top dog in the prison.
Them screws on.
Bad girls, remember that?
Oh, that was a bad boy show. I love that show.
I love that as well.
I loved it. Yeah.
I wanted to be
All the-
Antonia.
All the OGs were in that show.
So hold on,
She's
because
a
I like.
friend of a friend. That
Oh really? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Antonia. Yeah.
I so wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
really
she
well.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be her character so
I
bad.
think that and Oz. Oz was always the gangster.
I never
prison
saw that
show.
one.
Oz was old school. Was bad boy.
Was anyone
That was
scared of
disgusting.
Prisoner Cell Block H music? Though?
Yeah.
I loved it.
She was
Yeah.
giving me roses.
I loved
That
it.
shit was scary.
I don't know.
It
We
used to
died
come on
on
late at night. It used to come on late at night, right? When I was supposed to be in my
I was
bed.
so supposed to be
Yeah,
in bed.
that
I
was
would
being
I would sneak out of my bed and go and watch this shit.
I loved it.
That was that time. I
amazing.
just slept with some recent watch.
It's an Australian prison drama.
Oh my god, you lot babies!
I don't know that.
What channel?
Prisoner Cell Block H. They were too young.
Yeah, it's giving Channel 4.
Channel 4, I think.
I wasn't even clocking that.
We were like, what?
I'm so used to
It
people
was
saying,
on at the same
yeah.
time. It was on at the same time as like Neighbours and shit like
Yeah.
that. And it went on for
Daytime.
No,
Oh, was it?
I mean, not same time. I mean,
Oh, as in era.
Oh, yeah.
same era. And you have a lot of stars. Like, I think it was Channel 4.
Oh, I
and then
see.
it went to Channel 5.
That sounds very Channel 5 also.
Yeah, it
Channel
moved to
5.
Channel 5. But then all the people that would show up in Neighbours and all those places were showing
End
up
up in.
in.
We'll just go for the hard rolls.
Okay.
So good.
Right.
It's like everyone that has to be Law and Order before they blow.
Yeah.
Doctors, EastEnders and all that stuff. Well, I think we've exhausted that. I feel
How
like
did we get onto that?
So Jaquia.
Claire and Laura got no hate from.
Oh yeah.
Hey, girls.
What? We told you it's a
Settle.
compromise.
Get your little black dress ready for the wedding season.
Go for medium uglies.
My Mudleys.
That was actually really loud.
It was really loud.
That one was heated.
It's our birthday!
I've got no more.
I think I'm out.
That's it.
Oh, wait.
Oh wait, I found another.
I know.
You didn't even pop it out. Danger.
Risk assessment. I said that.
I know.
Just saying.
Guys, this has been 5 years celebration of your aunties could never.
We did.
Apparently that's an American term.
Oh,
We
I mean, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, the could never thing. It's definitely American.
I thought that was
Could never. It's American.
I know.
Please
Fine.
don't upset them.
No, no.
Really not.
I like it. Not even all week, all fucking month. It's been, in fact, it's about 2 months.
You've invented it. Sorry.
It's yours. It's yours.
Finish yours. It's all yours.
Stop stealing our jobs. Sorry.
It's all yours.
But on a motherfucking real. Farrah, Sade, Nana, my sisters, my pod sisters.
She did.
I don't know.
She just pointed and said names just in
She
case.
did.
Farrah, Sade, Nana. What did I do?
Yeah.
She's so easily got.
Yeah, that's my name.
I don't want to talk to you. Take over. So, it wasn't for those meddling kids. Anyway, it's been amazing. We're fucking potters for 5 years in.
Amazing.
Guys could
Half a
never.
decade, bruv.
We've made great friends, as in Audrey, Remel, Zeze's no longer here, but she's here. It's been amazing. It's been a fucking great journey, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah,
I love
it has.
occupying the space
That's
with
what it's all
people that
about.
have gone before us and done it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And big up to your new studio. because
I missed your mainstream awards.
Yeah! It means a lot, man. It's
Yeah.
so needed. It's
Yeah.
so needed.
Yeah, man.
Guys, honestly, I love the show. I think it is one of the things I look forward to. Like, subscribe. I love the guests. I love the topics. Like, I love how organized it is. I love how structured it is, and I love your commitment to just the brand outside of the pod and all the extra things that you do. People don't work that hard. Like,
Absolutely.
and you guys really work hard. You're always doing stuff. And I love it because if I'm in the shower and, I'm using nonsense or just, I'm not even.
Oh my God, that's I didn't even know you. You know what? It makes me really happy when I see you comment on stuff. I'm like,
I'm always there.
Yeah.
I know you can't always see. I'm like, hey ladies, I'm just listening. I'll be in the shower doing whatever.
That's
like, it's like,
Love that.
honestly, congratulations. 5 years is no joke.
It's not a
I
joke
don't
at
It's
all.
not easy.
It's not, and also, and you guys, because you were a little bit, you were ahead of us in that respect, and we also, even though it seems like we're older, but also looking at the people that paved the way, and even
your
what you do, Remel,
consistency.
and your consistency,
yeah.
and just being present and showing up as black women in the UK, because
And being
also taking up space in the
authentically
UK
you.
is fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It made us know it's possible.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
it's like,
I was
definitely.
listening to you guys being like, look how big their audience is.
Yeah.
This is possible. All we need to do is find our people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it made it really real.
And I think it's really important that you've all done it your way. And so, like, from the receipts to your Aunties Could Never, like, it's unapologetically you, and you're showing black girls that you can be yourself and you can have different opinions, and it's not beef. And like what we were saying earlier, like, you're allowed to disagree, but also you're allowed to explore each other's worlds and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just so honored to be here and to see you shine and just see what womanhood is. Like, it's beautiful. And again, to you Audrey and Tolly, like, having a studio.
Yeah, man.
Huge.
It's so
bossy,
Like,
man.
you guys keep on setting the bar.
Yeah.
Like, from having like one of the biggest partnerships in podcasting history.
Yes.
To then having your own studio. Like, again, you're showing little black girls, and not even, it doesn't even have to be race. You're showing
Big black girls.
anyone. You're showing
Everybody.
anyone. You can have a vision in your head and you can make it reality. And that's what all of you are all doing. Like, you're
At you, man. Don't try to separate yourself.
Hello.
do you know what?
Red Bull. I'll give you 1 second to talk about Red Bull Flash. 1 second.
Now listen, they didn't pay me for that. Let me just, I'll get my views when it monetizes. But, but no, I'm learning from you lot. I don't know if this makes sense. No,
you've been working a long time.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and I do have regrets that I wish I was more consistent with some of my own personal projects. Because I believed that getting a radio show would be the thing. Right. And the fact that I've had to leave that and then do my own thing has actually been such a a rewrite of everything I believed in. So I'm now, I say regret, but I regret that I wasn't consistent, but at the same time, I had to learn that. Because it gave me integrity.
Can I just say, the Making is such an important platform. Like the things that you're doing is amazing. Yeah. And long may it continue. Because I'm telling you, like you reach out to people, you are inspiring people. So it's a brilliant, brilliant thing. You just are celebrating people that voices wouldn't get heard. Yeah. So thank you so much for that.
No, thank you all. And just the fact that we can all support each other.
That's black girls don't get along.
Right. We're literally debunking that every day.
Every damn day.
It's amazing.
Aquaba.
Happy anniversary!
No.
Oh no! I swear you've done all of it.
Enough already. Enough. That would have been a no.